after the fact. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I don't think that Celesta would have placed a killing blow. All right, so I'll go one step before. It was Thomas. Done. Thomas, you took out the gnome.
So I did do my level up for my HP. Not my sorcery points, apparently.
And also, last session, Salsa wasn't there for part of it at the end, but my character asked Eland if she could have a dress, even though Eland is much taller than my character. She wants a dress.
Wait, what?
My character wants a dress. She asked Eland, can I borrow a dress? Do you have just like a plain, cheap dress that I can wear?
Yeah, I think you'd passed out at that point.
Yeah, Salsa isn't too hip with a new character, I don't think.
So I'll
Wait a minute. Hold on. Your character's a girl?
No.
I'll explain it to you, okay? My character is trans. MTF. Trans.
Oh, okay.
She is very upset, or was very upset, because she was a slave and her master would like hit her for like trying to wear dresses and trying to grow her hair long. And her ambition is to find a sex change spell, and as well as to learn healing spells, because her master only let her learn damaging spells. So I'm trying to learn healing spells and a sex change spell.
Cool. Eland would have said that she doesn't have a dress, but I mean, apart from the robe that she's wearing, no, she doesn't have one. If you want her other clothes, I guess she can give them to you, but they're kind of big.
Yeah, Eland just usually wore like pants and shirts sort of situation.
Yeah, so no, she doesn't want a pants or a shirt. So, out of character, if you guys mention Celesta, I don't think you have, then she will ask for Celesta's clothes, if there are any. But I don't think mentioned Celesta yet, so she doesn't know about Celesta.
I don't think we took Celesta's clothes. I don't think anyone thought to do that.
Yeah.
She may have like clothes at the farmstead or something like that, but I'm not too sure if she would have taken them or not.
I don't know about that. Her clothes are all expensive. I don't think she'd leave them laying around.
Yeah,
that's true. Anyway, I was still doing arguments. So at that point, you had beaten the guys. You continuing to have a rest, and then you were interrupted by another figure, a druid who flew down and was trying to rouse the knights and get them to safety as well, on request of the druid council that's situated in this area called the Sanctuary of Sage. Once she noticed Thomas, and Thomas actually used his words and spoke, she quickly assaulted him with many a loving embrace and kiss. Yes, Sage. Not Sage as in the like, you know, old, knowingly people. You soon found out that this druid's name was Rachel, long-time friend of Thomas. And she quickly polymorphed through use of many a pixie. All of the knights put them in her satchels and then promptly flew away after that. After warning that you have to bring Thomas back to Greenstock because she has unfinished business with him. So at this point, you finished your long rest. You got all your stuff back. You're all fully healed, and everything is peachy and pie. You made your way back to the Black Cathedral. And decided to head straight for the front door. Now, the front door was... Give me a second. Yeah, the front door is a large ornate door, about 15 feet wide and about 30 feet high. Polished black wood, but it's very, very hidden under what looks like strapping of bone and flesh with ornate gilding in between. The strange thing being here, the seam of the door didn't seem to really go top to bottom and went left to right. and it was about a meter high off the ground. As Elin was like looking over, she had seen her master, walk up to the door, speak a few words in Abyssal, and the door would open. A large portal-like hole that got to the main courtyard of the Black Cathedral. But the same words that she had heard her master use did not work anymore. Rather than open, it shot bone darts at them and went from there. Now, I'm quite happy to retcon, because a few people were away last, or fell asleep, etc., etc. We'll say that you've got 2 more chances to try and figure out exactly how the door works, etc., before whatever happened last time happens again.
I also want to mention something I told Celius before the session started, which is that my character did a lot of stupid things that would have been out of character for him because it was my first session with a new character, and I found myself thinking about the abilities Celeste would use and not really comfortable with the abilities my new character had. So my character would have immediately used the shield spell to try to block some of the damage from the door. I just didn't think of it until I'd already taken a lot of damage. So you can say the spell failed or whatever, but
no, I'm quite happy to retcon. Let's say you took 1 bone shard to the shoulder, which would have been 1d6 damage, I believe. So you took 1 damage. And I think the first time it hit you, you actually took 1 damage. And now we've got what's happening now. Before you made your way to the cathedral as well, Alan did scribble you a very, very crude map of of the cathedral itself, or what they knew about the layout of the thing. Ilan hasn't been everywhere, of course, so probably wouldn't know absolutely everything, but can give you information about specific locations.
Is it Elon or Ilana?
Either or. Depends whether you want to be a dick about it or not.
right. So again,
See, as the DM, I know she's got a pecker. So I would say Ilan, because there's no sex change yet.
Right. So I want you to call me. My character wants you to call her Ilana, but his is Elon.
No, did Ilana say out loud that she wanted a dress?
Yes, yeah. She vocalized it quite profusely.
Yeah.
Well, then Thomas would be like, I don't have a dress, but what I do have is some glamour armor.
Isn't that plate? Isn't that plate glamour armor?
Yep. You could wear it, but you'll take some negatives, that's all. But you'll also have an 18 AC, and it could be any dress you want it to be. Oh, you'll also take a -10 to your movement speed. But
yeah, you could look like a magical warrior princess.
Hey.
So
the way glamour armor works, it is technically plate armor. So you'd be wearing plate armor, and you would have all of the bonuses and negative effects that plate armor would provide you. But you can also turn it into any clothing that you want with a bonus action, once per day.
Just curious, what's Alana's strength? Or Alan's strength? I don't know what to call her out of character.
She could still wear it, but it will reduce her speed by 10 feet.
And by 20, because she's not proficient in heavy armor.
Oh.
I'm not proficient at heavy armor, and my strength is 8.
Yeah, so, yep.
Well, I didn't think it would double. I thought that you'd get minuses to saves and stuff if you're not proficient in it.
No, you get -10 speed for not having the strength requirement and -10 speed for not having the proficiency.
So,
wow.
and I would be able to move 10 feet in 1 turn.
Yeah,
If I-
10 feet in 1 turn, but you'd look pretty.
You'd look fabulous.
Yes.
And you'd have an AC of 18, which is pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. It's all I got, man.
Well, actually, I have a lot of. No, I want it. So you're bring this to me. So
I'm lending it to you until you can get a dress. That's what this is.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll smile at you and clap your hands and say, "Yay! Thank you." Yay! Thank you. Yes, I would like it.
Do you know how to put plate armor on?
No, I don't.
Thomas scratching his head. Well, I suppose I could help you out.
Okay, thank you.
So just for in-character interaction's sake, I'm not sure if it'll be important, but like how, like outside of elves, how commonly known or accepted is, like, I don't know, I guess gender fluidity? It's a question for Bonza more than anyone, I guess.
I'm curious about that too.
Gay, trans, whatever, I don't care. Like the world is the world, and like I would picture this as more like a Egyptian or Greek setting, like at that level, and they were fucking open.
Okay. Cool.
But then again, magical abilities, like, people can just be turned into female and male all the time. My players in previous games of mine have actually cracked the shits because I did that to them.
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious.
It was only for a day. It was a comb that changed it for a day. And they lost their shit and left the game.
Oh, was that in 4th edition?
Yes, it was.
Oh my god, I've used that same trap. I think I know where you found that. It was in one of the adventure modules, I think. It was like
exactly. I love reading those things. And because I used to do the tabletop stuff like in like a game store, I brought that one with me home and I was just using it on everyone. And like people thought it was hilarious, except for this one guy who said, "No, my guy's a guy. What the fuck are you doing?" Jesus Christ, get with it.
Joke's a joke, man.
But yes, it was hilarious. So yeah, like the capability of it is possible. There's potions and shit that just do that, or curses that just do that. A cursed ring that might do that for you. But you just got to find it. It's just that Alan has not had the chance to find it in being in captivity for most of his life.
Yep.
Bless you.
So, what kind of dresses do you like?
Oh, I don't care. Any dress would be okay. Just a simple, cheap one. I just don't want to look like this anymore. And I'll gesture to like my boy clothes.
Bearing in mind, like this is a pretty effeminate looking guy.
Yeah.
I appreciate your plight, but we have some work to get to.
So as you were making your way up there, on
Having this discussion at the camp, not at.
But hey, on the off chance that we find some sort of magical treasure hoard in this place, if there's any robes, they're all yours.
All right.
So on the way there, Alan did draw you a strangely just a very crude scribbled map, which you should see on your screen right now. The very the little tiny square at the very top, that's the front entryway, as far as Alan can tell you. She describes the courtyard in front, which is the very first courtyard when you come into it, which is like got a fountain in the center, raggedy grass everywhere. The fountain itself is full of blood, as she describes it, and they use it for purification purposes. She doesn't really know exactly why or how. Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm going to be switching between he and she so much because I can never get that shit right in my head.
It's okay.
So yeah, deal with that.
I knew it was going to confuse people. It's okay. I'm glad you let me be a trans character, like out of character. I'm glad you let me do this because I thought it would be something interesting, like unique and different. I don't know.
It's all good. So you've made your way to the front of the thing. Now the group as a whole took, let's say, a vote of sorts and said, yeah, let's go to the front door. The front door sounds like a great idea. Even though there's many other options that have been portrayed by Celius and his scouting abilities. So this front door in front of you, large, ornate, bone-looking thing. A few words have been spoken to it, and a few bone shards have been shot out and impaled whoever spoke those words. And at this point, you're standing in front of it, scratching your head, trying to figure out what to do. Elon did figure out that on the door itself there are almost like words that are popping out in Abyssal that don't really make much sense. It's not like it's an actual word. It just seems like gibberish. She's like inspected it a few times, tried to find a few different patterns, and can't really find anything there. But definitely words that do pop out. Banishment?
Am I getting banished again?
No, I was just testing the thing. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll put this here. If you wish to, you can place your tokens right there on the board.
What the fuck is this? A door boss?
Yes, it's a door boss.
Basically.
It's
And currently-
adorable.
And currently we're getting wrecked by it.
But what I can do is I can do this, and there's like a sort of like a portcullis thing. I've tried to like scribble the bone. As you can see, I've drawn my maps. They're really shit, so bag me out for it, and you'll get rocks falling, and you'll be dead.
Actually, I think it looks alright.
Thanks. I'm actually really proud of the courtyard that I've got coming up shortly. The rest of the rooms, yeah, they can go.
I'm also really salty because you still haven't changed my fucking token.
I keep forgetting this. Give me a sec.
I think I have enough AC. I'm willing to try. Let's do this. No, I'm just kidding.
Here it is.
Thank you. I keep forgetting. Like it's pretty crap that you have to like somebody has to do it for you where you can't do it yourself.
I know, right?
Island new. Anyway, so put some music on. Let's do some Morrowind travel music. No, we will do some Witcher Novigrad. There we go.
I don't know. I would vote for Morrowind.
All right, done. Morrowind travel.
What about Morrowind?
Anyway, what are we doing?
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm Celius is completely lost. He's looking at this bone door like, does it blow up? I don't know.
Elon will.
You can always try.
Elon would like to study said door with magic if possible.
Go for it.
Arcana check?
Definitely.
Arcana check.
All right, so you're studying the door. It's definitely a construct of some sort. You would probably find it comparable to a golem. You can see like the way it's actually weaved together. It's not like an undead. It's more, just a magically infused creature. The patterns that you see on there is something that sort of jumps out at you as you do it. Are you able to understand Abyssal?
No.
All right.
Can you like make the like noises? My character understands.
Well, if she couldn't read it, she wouldn't be able to make the noises. Like, she wouldn't understand that. But she could definitely point them out to you. Alan, do an investigation check with advantage, please. Nice. All right. As like Eland is like inspecting it and like going from there, she points to a specific pattern of words that along the door. It doesn't make a word of sense to you, but you know exactly the sound that should be made if you try. It's literally abyssal gibberish. Do you want to try it?
Of course.
It's not magical. You have to make like a guttural throat noises. Do it. That's exactly what it said. Nice work, guy.
Oh boy.
So as you speak the words, this door sort of just splits across the middle, right at that meter height. And you see it sort of almost fold in on itself, like there's a little hole in the middle that sort of gets larger and larger and larger. And all these like pieces of bone start like jabbing down, then folding back like a giant maw or a mouth. As it continually folds and folds and folds, and ends up making like quite a large porthole, about 10 feet across. And it goes deep into this creature. Eventually, you can see light open up at the very end, and the portal opens all the way. And now it looks like it almost looks like a cave entrance with tiny spiked bone stalactites sticking out of the top.
Oh,
But
boy.
it hasn't tried to attack you yet.
Okay.
Are you gutsy enough?
Something happened.
So from here, you can definitely see through. And ahead of you, you do see
that's what
a... let's have a look. Close that down. Open this back up. That was a creature you could have fought. But no experience for you. So ahead of you, you see a courtyard.
We don't get XP for defeating the monster non-combatively.
No, what do you think this is? Nah, you do. It's all good.
I mean, if that's the case, I'll just go around shooting everything.
Do it. That'll keep it interesting.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna head on through. Oh boy, we've got nerds, guys.
So ahead of you, you see a small courtyard. You haven't gone all the way in. The door, as it's opening, doesn't really make too much of a noise. Just like almost like a clicking noise. It's like folds in on itself. Maybe like the stretching of tendons. If you ever heard the tendon stretching on the outside of your body. But in front of you, this large courtyard looks barren and withered. Grass is like small brown tufts with patches of dirt. Off in one corner, you see a few like rocks that look like they're just protruding from the ground. You see a few tendrils of the same vines and brambles that were coming out of the forest and surrounding the small group of trees outside. Seems to be encroaching on this land as well. But the main thing is a large fountain spraying a reddish liquid. The smell of blood drifting on the air, giving you a clue to its contents. On top of this fountain is a statue of like an angelic-like figure holding aloft a trident and a shield. And impaled on the trident is a naked male humanoid. From what you can see, he's alive.
Oh.
His breathing is labored as he clutches like the 3 tines protruding from the wound in his stomach. Around the fountain, you see a group of robed figures chanting, some with their hands in the blood pool. And you notice that the pool is starting to glow as they're chanting as they're chanting.
Oh boy.
Do I know anything about what they're doing to this man?
You know that they sacrifice people here quite often. They like obviously have to drain blood from people to fuel its purification powers. But other than that, you haven't really been part of this. You got taken where Orichalcos made you go, and you were told to stay when Orichalcos told you to stay.
Do I know what the sacrifice is for? Like, what are they powering? What are they trying to achieve by the sacrifice?
All you know is that they use it to power this fountain.
DM, what is this off to the side here?
It looks like just a small building, much like what you would find in a cemetery, like a small gazebo sort of looking with stone pillars, a crypt of sorts, maybe.
Cool.
Unless you had to look inside there, you couldn't tell.
Sure. All right. I guess we got some work to do, guys.
So at this point, they're all just like deep in chanting, hands in the blood pool. Some are smearing like lines on their faces as they do it, and then put their hands back in. Yeah, that's all that's really happening right now.
Elin, you want to bring the boom boom?
I've already brought a lot of boom boom. I think I'm gonna have to spare some. But
Did we have a rest? Have we rested since last fight?
Full rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we had a long rest?
Yeah.
That's what I was asking earlier, because all of my spell slots are back.
Okay, so I'm all full on Boom Boom. Alright, let's do this. Fireball.
Alright, situated right in the center.
Keep in mind, if you fireball, you might kill the guy that's...
Yeah, is the statue big enough that it looks like he's not going to be in range of the fireball?
You would say it's pretty tall. I'm
Over
not
20
sure if
feet?
it's 20. I'm not sure if it's 20 feet. 20 feet, 10 meters. No, I wouldn't be that tall. He'd get caught in that one.
Okay. And
10 meters.
It's a tat.
Yeah, it's like 8 meters or so, maybe 7. But
Yeah,
still,
10 meters
like
is
that. Yeah.
Elan's gonna look over her shoulder, and she's gonna look at the others, and she's gonna put a hand over her lip, as if to signify silence. Have these guys seen us yet, by the way?
They haven't really been paying attention. They're too busy focusing on what they're doing.
Okay. She's gonna try and,
The chanting is quite loud.
she's gonna try and get over here without being noticed, like between these two guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely a stealth check.
All right.
Zero.
I could try and help her with that.
I don't think you would be able to help her unless you were like
Hi guys, this
sneaking
is
along with her.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I mean, I am right behind her right now, so.
All right. So, Elin, do that with advantage.
DM, can I cast silence while she's doing this?
You can definitely do it. Like she's deciding to do it. So, where do you want to situate this?
Do you see it?
Silence along those ones. Okay.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So, as Elin tries to sneak to the best of her ability, give me 2 seconds.
She's not very dexterous.
You see Thomas do a small hand action, and then you just see his hand push forward. Half of the cultists, the voices just stop. The half of the chanting that is happening below you lowers in volume slightly. At this point, they have noticed what's going on.
Yep.
So Eland and Celius. At this point, I'd probably say you maybe got 15, 20 feet ahead. So probably not completely next to them, but yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, as soon as I see them.
This is good enough for my purposes.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
All right.
So at this point, Thomas does the silence. Everybody below that line.
Elon says to the cultists, "I'm sorry if my presence is shocking to you," and twin spells lightning bolt.
All right, roll that damage.
oh Jesus.
Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Holy shit!
That's
Nice.
not bad.
That's a good roll.
I think it's safe to say that you may have killed most of these guys.
Better than the rolls you were getting last week. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Aw, see, I didn't even get a chance to.
So, first one's going this way, second one's going this way.
So they're straight lines, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
All right.
For
So
like 100 feet.
yeah. So it's safe to say that this one is dead. Even if they did save their things, they'd all be dead.
They have really low HP.
Yeah, they're just normal cultists. But you wouldn't have gotten that one there. All right. So, Thomas is preempting initiative. I like it.
Is
So,
he preempting initiative, though?
It's okay. I was about to say roll for initiative.
Hey!
Wow.
noob, and I really, really, really shouldn't have put a 1 modifier on charisma. I should have put it on dex. Can I change that?
Nope. Too late.
I'm such a noob. Oh my god.
It's okay. You're a magic caster. You don't need it.
I'll never go first.
No, you won't.
Honestly, even with a 1, I probably was never going to go first.
Anyway, charisma better suits your character anyway. Why is it so quiet? There we go.
Clicking on my stupid token, and it's still not going to the tracker. What the hell? Oh, I'm clicking on it in the wrong way.
What's your second highest stat?
Oh, and by the way, I totally get a 13 on that. Second highest is both con and wisdom. Like, they're tied for second highest.
Ow.
I want wisdom because if we level again before or if Celesta doesn't come back, or for whatever reason, I definitely multi-class cleric for, my character's personality reasons, story reasons.
Alrighty. These guys can literally do nothing. Alright. So is yes?
Do I get an inspiration for that pun?
I know, it was terrible. But yeah, right, I'll allow it. That's pretty good. It was good, terrible. Alright, so Axel, definitely your turn first.
Right. Well, let's just see some movement here. And oh man, I can't go further. That's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna bolt right up there. Oh wait, what's the square?
To silence.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries. Just get right up on his face, and
I think I have to make that bigger, like that. I think. Yeah.
yeah, no worries.
Will the silence really affect you at all?
No,
I don't think so.
no. Debating how I want to handle this. Yeah, what the heck? I'll just go ahead and wail on this guy right up front. And he's going to get, as I run up there, I'm going to give him a high knee. And then I will scissor kick him.
Definitely hit.
Oh, that's a miss.
Yes, definitely miss.
Yep. And then I won't burn. Actually, I will bonus action patient defense. And that's my turn.
All right, done. Thomas, your turn.
Thomas is going to bonus action, click those boots of speed. And he's going to go probably around Axel here. Yeah. 50. 55. Bam, in between these two guys. Try to get a little snug. And
Okay.
because he can't say anything, he just mouths high and then punches this guy in the face, inflict wounds.
Can you do that without saying anything?
Hold on, guys. I think it's some not somatic. What is it? It should be.
We'll check and see.
No, it is verbal. Damn, no. Then I'll literally just punch him in the face with the hammer. There we go.
Done. All right, roll damage. I'll roll for a hit anyway.
Oh!
Oops.
So you go to swing with the hammer, and you end up like just missing completely and smacking straight into the side of the fountain itself, and taking a huge big chunk out of brick and mortar. As you do it, like the blood sort of seeps out a little bit, but it seems to stay solid. Like it's still inside the fountain itself, just dribbling a little bit out of the crack, but it definitely disobeying the laws of physics right now. All right. With that, this is not big enough. I can't see what it says. There we go.
The Discord art looks really cool, though.
I know.
Hi, guys,
I'm really
Alex.
proud of this one. I like it.
For this one,
and thank you for noticing.
I like the cobblestone.
And so, as you take a swing, and like he watches your warhammer like go down towards the fountain and make it, he just looks at you, masked face. You see his eyes sort of squint slightly, and then he reaches up with a large jagged blade. It looks like it's made up of like glass shards, sort of like holding together, and takes a swipe. Now, does a 22 hit you again? I can never remember.
What, 22? Oh, no. Yeah, it does.
Cool. Oh, it does? Sweet.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, he will take... I haven't sorted out my dice, goddammit. 1d10, d6. Nope, 2d10. Alrighty. You take 6. So you take 7 piercing damage from the weapon, and as he does, you see the blade, like the tines of his blade, just like pulse slightly, and as the sword is going through it, you feel like scorching into it into your skin as well. You take 2 radiant damage from that as well. And with that, Mr. Tultus is going to go here. This Tultus is going to go here, and this one's going to like try and like punch a shit out of this one. He gets to do those. But none of those hit you, Thomas, and no one hits Axel. They all suck. Nice. Elend, your turn.
I'm gonna firebolt. Actually, I'm gonna move. And I'm gonna firebolt this guy.
Go for it.
Actually, I'm gonna firebolt one of the ones on Thomas.
Blah!
Let's make it a drawing so we can actually make it over the thing.
Giant big red thing just appeared in the middle.
There you go. It's more like a blood pool now. Hooray!
Nice.
Oh shit! Nice damage.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
That's not bad for a firebolt. All right, so as you push forward, this ball of fire goes straight for this guy. It literally burns a hole straight through his chest. You see like blood start spurting out, putting out the flames, and then he dies.
I hit this one.
That's a good one. Oh, you hit that one? I think you already hit the one near Axel.
No, I said I was gonna hit the one of the ones next to Thomas.
Done and done. He dead too. It's all good. No matter who it was, he dead. Alright, Thundercat.
Right, my faithful steed. He's gonna do his pounce attack over here. So let's see. He's gonna claw. Does it 8 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Well, then he doesn't bite him or pounce him either. So that's the end of his turn. But he looked good about it.
Nice. Alarm.
All right. So I've wanted to cast an AoE spell all of this time. So I'll say, let's end this, and I'll cast Fireball. And using sculpt spells, all 4 of the tiger, Axel, Thomas, and the impaled guy are all automatically safe.
Nice. All right, so I have to roll some bloody d20s, don't I?
Probably not.
I don't see me surviving this one too easily. Fucking 17, that's not bad.
What kind
shit.
of wizard are you?
I'm
Location.
evil and wizard.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I rolled 4 dice, and I got a 7, a 2, a 9, and an 8.
Rip.
Not one of them saved. Nice work. Roll that damage, 28. So this guy's dead. But Mess guy is still up. He's still alive and kicking. All right, Celius, your turn.
You said that he was a victim, right? I'm a little confused. Or it's another enemy?
Oh, the masked guy is definitely an enemy. It's one of those same like leaderish cultists that you saw before. I can put a corpse on top of this fountain if you like. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought he was like the corpse, so I was so confused. But okay, I see.
All right, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, so I can get in range, and then I'm just gonna take two-handed katana hits at advantage because of flanking at this guy.
All right, go for it.
I'm nothing if not consistent.
Nice work. They both hit. Good. He's definitely looking a little bit weakened from his wounds.
All right, well that's my turn. So actually, no, it's not my turn. We're gonna finish this motherfucker. Doink doink. Tumas.
Okay, they both hit.
Was that your
Actually,
action?
what was that? Was that an advantage?
I assume so because of the flanking, right?
Oh, yes, that's right, yeah.
Was that your action surge?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
All right, he's still up, but barely.
Oof.
Okay. Well, someone else to finish him off now.
All right, and with that, it is Axel's turn.
Well, hate to be a kill stealer, but I'm gonna try. So,
I mean, I poured a lot into him, so go for it, please.
right? Yeah. As I come in with a flying dragon kick, and then as I land, hit him with an elbow.
All right, so as you come in this flying dragon kick, you smack him right in the head. You see him almost spin off to the one side, and then as you're following back, you just one elbow straight to the back of the head. You hear something crack, and you feel like the moistness of his head blood on your elbow as he crumples to the ground.
Nice.
He did. Now, this spray of blood that has spread across the cobblestone, as you sort of you pick yourself back up, you notice that it's starting to creep across the cobblestones and straight up to the side inside the fountain.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
It's creepy.
As you look around, you can actually see a lot of the dead people here. Even though most of them were taken out by flame and things, you see any wounds that were inflicted, blood is sort of draining out of these wounds and is creeping into the fountain as well.
Did we just finish the ritual?
Probably.
As you look above, the guy who's impaled on the trident is still moaning and trying to move himself. He's probably making the him impaled more, or making the wound worse. But blood is still leaking down his body, down this trident, down the statue, into the pool. The glow isn't as vibrant as it was before, but it's definitely still pulsing that dull red.
Way to play into the kill everyone strategy.
I want to cast
Thank you.
Luke's resilient spear on the victim.
Are we out of combat?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, okay.
You can do whatever you want right now. The music is still playing though.
Oh boy.
It makes him immune to damage, so he won't take more damage and he won't die faster. I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
that's well. I mean, does that stop him from being impaled though?
No, like he would still have the damage there. Link it though. Where is it? Sphere of chain force encloses the object on its side. Willingness must be dexterity saving throw on a failed save. The creature encloses the duration. Oh, okay, so it's like a giant time sphere sort of stasis pod.
It's like a hamster bubble.
So DM.
Well, I feel like that appearing while he's around the statue would probably like cut off the statue and it would like roll off of it. I think that's like a ball of force, isn't it?
Basically.
Yes, and I think that's a good thing because if he's not on the statue, maybe the ritual won't be complete. So even if it doesn't save him, I'm still going to do it.
Or you just gave the enemy a nice resilient sphere.
Well,
Okay.
but nothing can go in and nothing can go out, so.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. I'll play it like that. I'll play that. It does enclose a sphere and will cut off anything, and he'll just sort of just topple off that fountain and maybe roll off into the thing. How big is this thing? Does it say? 30 feet. No, there's a range of 30 feet.
So DM, I would like to enact my divine sense, just to see.
It just says it encloses the object.
I'll link it here just so you can
Larger, smaller, so 10 feet on every direction, I guess.
Yeah,
All right.
well, or smaller than that.
So you see, like, as Elan focuses her energy and puts a hand up, she clenches her fist, and a giant shimmering yellow orb sort of circles over the guy who's in the statue. It probably cuts off the statue at like the head and the shoulders, and makes a giant cleave straight out of it. As it fully encloses, it pulses once and then just sort of falls off the statue and rolls in maybe, let's say, 10, 15 feet in direction.
So DM, I don't know if you caught that, but if any undead celestial fiends are within 60 feet, and it says it goes until the next turn, so I mean, I'm assuming that's
Presence of strong evil register in your senses. Celestial fiend or undead. All right. You get the sense of maybe striations of evil, but this thing isn't necessarily celestial fiend or undead.
okay. I just share that. I share that with the
there's
group.
there's definitely demonic energy in it. But yeah.
So
So-
the evil corrupts this.
I want to say to Thomas, I took him off the fountain. If you'd like, I can take down the spear and you can heal him.
Thomas puts his finger up to his ear and then does that shoulder thing.
Oh,
You could easily just turn off the silence thing.
Thomas is going to walk out of the silence and leave it up.
Alright. Anyway, is silence concentration?
Let me see.
I don't know if it is.
It is. So, do I need to make a constitution?
I'll leave it for now. I should have done it there before, but I didn't.
Okay.
when you walk out of the silence thing, I'll repeat my question.
Also, by the way, Axel, nobody heard anything about what you said earlier about evil because you're in silence also. And I'll run up to the guy. Can my healing get through the sphere?
Certainly try.
I'm enjoying my inner quiet and peace.
I will.
Out of character, no.
Would you like me to take down the spear so you can heal this person?
Yeah, I'd like to pull him off that big old spike. I think that might help him a lot.
All right, I take down the spear.
All right. So as you do, he was sort of like situated sideways a little bit. So he's thumped down. As he hits the ground, he like pouring it like this giant wound, like a little bit of entrail was sort of showing.
I got you, buddy. Don't you worry. And 11 plus 2 plus
I watch with interest.
15.
All right, so you see the wounds sort of knit together, but he's still impaled on this giant trident.
I would have pulled him off, or maybe it's best to heal him a little first and then slowly pull him off.
Well, you can do whatever you want to in the bedroom, but I think you should get the team off the trident.
Yes, but
That was great. Come on.
I don't want him to die. All right, let's get him off of this.
So if you have a look, like he looked pretty weak. Once you've cast a spell on him, he's looking a little bit better, less pallid, a bit more color to his cheeks, but it's probably renewed a little bit more pain in him because he can feel a lot more now that he's more awake. Now, I'll let you do a medicine check first.
Okay.
Okay. The trident is designed like a proper, trident for spearing fish. It has barbs. So if you just tried to yank it out, just by looking at this thing, you'd probably do a bit more damage as well. You may have compensated for that for the healing you've done before, but you may want to try something different.
All right. Let's see. What is it just like a stone trident, or is this like
definitely.
a serious?
It's like a statue. Marble, maybe.
Could I use that strength check to attempt to break the barb that he's on, or are all three inside of him?
No, he's impaled on all three. They're all like, one is like sort of jutting just like a little bit off to the side, but the other two are like square in the middle of his guts. But yeah, it's just marble. With that strength check, you literally just like snap him. It's a pretty old statue as well.
All right, so I want to break him off that. Gave him some healing.
As you break him, there's obviously a wound there. It's sort of closed in on the things, but you're able to easily slide him off this thing now. He probably has some marble inside him, but
he can live with marble inside him, right? He'll be good, right? Shit, I don't have anything that can pull stuff out of people. Can I rip those out and then cast mending at the same time?
Look, I'll say that after you've snapped the barbed tines, you've literally snapped it off at the side of skin, so you can easily just pull him off. It's well lubricated with his blood right now. So you'd say he's off that statue.
Okay, now does this look like the arrow situation? If I were to push these through, would it do less damage?
Well, no, because you've already cut that sharp piece off, so he's out. He's off the trident now.
Okay. So I'm just imagining that he's got 3 forks sticking out of the front of him. Is what I was wondering.
He did, and you've snapped them off, and you've just slid him off it. The statue's fucked, but
gives a shit about statue.
People do, all right. Artisans do.
All right.
Zanstrip the Damlich comes out. What the fuck have you done to my art?
So I will use one of the uses of my healer's kit. Well, he's not down though, so maybe I can't do that.
He's definitely awake. He's pretty effed, but
I'll bandage.
He's low on health, but yeah.
I'll bandage him some more, and I'll give him a greater healing potion. How about that?
All right.
Jeez, we don't even know if this guy's on our side.
I'm a healer, and Sanray has reminded me that I have to save lives, not just take them recklessly.
Healing potions now.
Bam! That was shit.
Well, it's all good. You've healed up a little bit. He's on, let's say, after all that fuss with the tines and stuff, you'd say he got probably down to 6 after that. You'd say he's on about 15 to 16 health right now.
Jeez, but I just gave him what was it? Plus 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I gave him 14 health, and then this.
Oh, sorry. Is that no? That doesn't include your magical ability. That was a potion, right?
The cure.
What's the D8 for? Okay, cool. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, then you've got add 6 to that. Let's say 21.
Okay.
Wait, for that cure wounds, don't you add bonuses to that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's not 11. It's a 14.
No, but that 11 was from the potion, right?
And there's another 11 for the cure wounds. The D8 was an accidental roll.
I see. I get it. Cool. Never mind. He's doing well. All right. For a peasant sort of person, he's at full health right now.
Okay.
So he's sort of panting, clutching into his stomach. He phantom pain, whatever. At this point, he looks very, very frightened. Even though you just healed him and stuff, he looks like he's about to run. It looks like he wants to run anyway, but maybe his legs don't work too well.
I was going to say, I feel like just handing this guy a dagger and some rations and then sending him on his way.
Good luck. I swear to God, if you give him a dagger.
So then we're just going to send him out there unarmed?
I mean, what's a dagger going to do?
It's better than nothing.
All it's gonna do is make you feel better.
It's like sheepskin. You know, you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Oh God.
What?
What they used to use for condoms back in the day.
What?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I'm. It's a joke.
In character.
Because
In character.
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it literally is just gonna make you feel better and me feel worse, Thomas.
Well,
But what it really comes down to, do you care about how he feels, Thomas?
I think you guys are putting too much thought into this. He's one of them.
We don't even know why he's here. Maybe we should try and figure out why he's here before we just get rid of him.
Well, the thing is, I mean, we're going to obviously sacrifice him. I mean, that doesn't mean he's on their side. Perhaps.
Do you know?
Fine. Let's figure out what this guy is. But when it comes down to it, I think, we can't keep him with us. That's all I'm saying.
Do you know where the
I
demi?
agree with that.
I asked the guy.
As soon as you mention Demi-Lich, he starts like cringing on the ground, crying, like a fetal position, sort of hiding his head.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
my
so he doesn't know where he is. Okay.
Useless.
Well, I'd like to do an insight, but there's nothing to insight. He's not saying anything, so.
Can I attempt to try to calm him down?
Definitely. You would do a persuasion, maybe medicine. Depends what you want to do.
I'll try medicine. Show him that I'm an ally. I want to help you out here, buddy. My bedside manner's pretty good. You want some booze?
So you pretty much hand over your flask. You get some bandage out. You fix up whatever scratches and bruises he has. As you're doing that, like he's a little bit still hesitant, but every time he takes a swig of the flask, like he gets a little bit more acceptable.
Feeling better?
Yes, I am.
What's your name, buddy?
Faro. My name is Faro.
All right, that's
Can we leave? Am I allowed to go?
very soon, Faro. Let me just finish up here, but I got a couple questions for you, and I'm just like over bandaging him.
So many bandages he can't get away.
So, Faro, what brought you here?
I don't know. I was just. I woke up here in a jail. There's a building over there that has people captured. They dragged me out here and threw me off that balcony there. And yeah, as you look up, there's a small balcony that's like sort of jutting out from the actual cathedral itself. There's like a cathedral to the south, like a large church-looking building, and there's a balcony that benches off, and it's sort of situated like over and above the fountain. And he explains that he was thrown straight off that onto the actual onto the trident.
Spicy.
Then they started chanting and making his blood, always felt like his blood was dragging out of him. I felt like I was dying. It was terrible.
You don't say. That is terrible. Is he telling the truth?
Insight. 25. Yes, he's definitely telling the truth. He would tell you anything right now.
All right. Well, I mean, that's all I need to know. Where are you from? What village?
I'm from Turntable.
Do you know where Greenstock is?
Yes, I do. I don't know where I am though now.
Well, I'll tell him in character where he is, and then tell him in Greenstock there's knights there, and they got an encampment set up, and you'll be safe there.
Okay. I'm allowed to go now. No. Actually, my friends are still here.
All right. Well then, what do you want? I'll look at the rest of the group. What do y'all want to do?
We'll save your friend.
We will.
We might be able to save your friends.
Well, they're just inside that chapel there, right?
No, they're not in the chapel. They're in the jail. There's a jail over there. And as he's pointing, he's pointing like sort of to the west. Now, as far as Elon knows, there's no room where he's talking.
Did I see it when I DM, did I see this? Because I remember seeing people in cages.
And what was that? So see this?
I remember seeing people in cages. Do I know where he's talking about?
When
I wandered through here.
He hasn't really described what it looked like, but he's definitely saying it was a jail, and that definitely looked like a jail when you were scouting out.
Was it in the right direction though?
From where you found the entrance to that catacombs and the direction that it came in, it was definitely in that same direction.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
If you could save them, that would be awfully nice.
No promise.
But I'm gonna go now. If that's okay with you.
Is that all right with y'all?
I was inciting what he said about the jail. Is it?
Yeah, he's definitely telling the truth. Like literally, he's telling the truth. No matter what you guys roll, he's telling the truth.
All right, I understand.
All right, so we're agreed. Here you go. I'll take my flashback. Here's a dagger. Here's a ration. Don't talk to strangers. Get on.
And then he quickly gets up and scrambles straight for that the portcullis that's open, still open. That door hasn't closed yet, and he is off into the distance. It's at this point that you, as you turn and discussing amongst yourselves, you look at the corpses that are surrounding this. Oh wait, that guy's dead. Sorry, got to mark him as dead. These corpses are looking quite desiccated at this point. Any wounds that were inflicted on them have sort of burst forth, and blood is openly seeping from these things. But there's other wounds that are sort of appearing, almost like look like hickeys or the blood vessel damage, and blood is actually being pulled from the skin itself straight into the pool. You notice that the pool is sort of bubbling slightly.
Looks like we're gonna have another problem on our hands, guys.
Yeah, this doesn't look pretty. So, would you say my divine sense has gone away now?
No, it's probably getting a little bit stronger, but definitely not celestial, fae, or fiend.
All right.
But at this point,
evil.
As you're sort of watching the fountain, it sort of becomes bulbous, so it starts growing in size until it starts to sort of gain a vaguely humanoid figure. The blood sort of pools into certain sections of its head, making giant spikes appear. It almost looks demonic in a fashion, but definitely not coming off your defined sense as demonic. What? What's so cool?
You made it from just a red pool of blood, and then it suddenly turned into the monster. That was so cool.
Thank you. So at this point, we're jumping straight back into initiative.
So new initiative rolls.
I'll allow you the new initiative roll if people want to do that.
No.
Go. Do it.
I like my
Yes,
initiative
please.
roll. Oh. You suck. Take away my 27.
Don't understand. My God, I have the guy freaking selected, and it doesn't freaking work.
How do I add my dex modifier, don't I? There we go.
Yes. Oh my goodness gracious.
That did not work at all.
I got frustrated with it.
You can just rewrite since you're already in the initiative order, you could just retype the initiative in.
I got a 6, lol.
Yeah, and the first thing I rolled was really low, so I should be last on the initiative.
It's actually really cool. Normally when I'm playing with this turn order thing, I adjust it manually. So I'm moving from one slot to another, to another, to another. If you click on the cog, you can do descending order. Yeah, that was so terrible.
Figure.
Shut up.
Oh.
So, what did you get, Alana, first? 15?
No, I got a 1 first, so I should be after everyone.
Done. So this large monstrosity, a foul odor sort of radiates from him as he's like moving around. The sound of swishing liquids and the patter of rain echo whenever he walks.
Just a second.
Yeah.
I clicked on initiative and it rolled dexterity. What? So apparently a 15 was the first thing I rolled, but I clicked on initiative and it rolled dexterity. So
I mean, it is a dex check.
Yeah, pretty much it is a dex check. It's 20 plus your dexterity. So a 1 is perfectly fine.
but why did it roll dexterity and not put me on the initiative tracker when I pressed initiative, not dexterity?
Because it's dumb.
Any
It
sense?
doesn't like you. And roll 20s dumb, yeah.
Sorry, I'll stop talking, but we can get on to the
Hey, if we get it doing this in person and do it on the boards, it would be great. But you can't win everything. So the swirling mass of crimson blood. It's definitely like it's giant, like arm-like things that sort of end in blood spikes, if you will.
Did it ever
it,
fully
yeah.
click as undead? Did it ever pop or anything like that? Or demonic?
No, you can still feel that like the evil essence inside it, but it's not a purely evil being. It's definitely elemental in some way.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so Celia, it's your turn.
Okie dokie.
Kill this bitch.
Probably not. It's not attacking. Oh, well.
They all. Not bad. Cool.
36 damage.
Nice.
And no one's within 5 feet, so I don't get my sneak attack. So, otherwise, I would have loved that sneak attack on that first one, but oh well.
Oh, good. And Axel, your turn.
Right. So there's no more blood in the pool.
It's sort of like there's dregs, of course. Like it's maybe like a couple of centimeters deep, but majority of it's sort of like pooling up into his body as you're watching it.
Great. I'm about to get gory. Yeah. I run in there and I just get right up on close to him, like a man who stares down a hellhound. And I will unleash a flurry of spin kick. Let's see, I'll do uppercut after that. And then I didn't have advantage on any of that. Shit, I should have totally used my thing. Oh, well, no worries.
They two top ones hit. The uppercut does not.
All right. I'll go ahead and burn the key to make that an extra punch. Or, we'll do just regular punch. I said a punch. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
That's a hit.
And I will burn Divine Smites on the 3 that hit. Non-crits, obviously. Level 1s.
Nice.
So that's an extra
Now,
21.
I'm super freaking lazy. Math all that up so I can just minus off my shit, please.
Sure, 21 on the Smites, 30 with that last hit, and then 46.
Nice.
Where do you get 46 from?
Well, the first two, 10 damage from the first one. 6.
Yep.
Then 9.
Oh, I missed the 9. Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
Elin, your turn.
So I'll mark my spell slots.
So this is a thing made of blood, right?
Yes.
Cool. I am going to firebolt it.
Okay. That's it.
Terrible damage.
Yes, it is. All right. Thundercat.
Right. Again, my loyal steed. Help me this time. Would you say he's 10 feet away from me right now?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Because if not, I'm going to have him back up so he gets his pounce. He's going to run in there and claw. And hopefully he lands this one. Wait. If I put him over here, does he have advantage?
There he would. Yes.
All right. Well, then he's gonna do that. And claw. I guess that didn't matter. He's gonna bite, and he also has to do. Ooh, nice. Oh well. But he has to do a strength check unless he's immune to prone.
He is immune to prone.
All right. Well then, that's that. Thank you, Thundercat.
Yeah, not bad. They both hit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
11 damage.
Being at 10th level, you can add your intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of any wizard evocation you've cast. If I cast a spell with D4s, my intelligence mod is 5. Can I add 5 to my 1d4 roll, even though you don't? You would roll. You would add the 5 to all of the rolls, like all the D4s plus a 5 on top.
Oh, okay. So
it's not actually added to every dice roll. Otherwise, that would be a freaking OP ability, and everyone will get it.
It'd basically be Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, so pretty much as you attack, you calculate all the damage and you add plus 5 if you use that ability.
okay, so if I cast this, for example, then that was a really good roll. All right, so it does 20 damage if I. Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure about Magic Missile. Magic Missile has all these weird things. Is that right, guys?
What's up?
Well, Magic Missile has all these different rules applied to it.
Holy shit, that's the max damage Magic Missile.
Yeah, it is.
So would it be plus 5 for the damage overall, or would it be plus 5 for each of the Magic Missiles?
No, you can only add the damage modifier once, so plus 5.
Done.
So it would be 20 damage overall.
Yes. That's right.
Unless you action surge or something.
Wizard can't action surge.
If you went fighter, you could.
Yeah.
Just dip one into fighter. That means you could wear that plate armor that Thomas is giving you. And
well, you would only be able to do that if you took fighter at first level.
Yeah. You only get a immediate proficiency.
If you multi-class, you only get proficiency in medium armor.
Yeah.
Okay. Lame.
But there is a wizard that I was thinking of that takes 2 levels of fighting. It's the Blade
that's a
wizard.
great idea, really, because you get the Constitution proficiency too. So I mean,
yeah.
Do your thing, Thomas.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit him with my hammer.
Hammer.
This works. Hammer. Nope.
No, that doesn't hit.
No.
Alrighty. So this guy, he's like sort of cringes back from all the hits and blows that he's getting. Little like spatters of blood are like splashing off onto the ground every time he gets hit. He does like almost like a throaty guttural roar. It sounds like someone's gargling some liquid of some sort, and goes to make 2 slam attacks against Axel. Nice. Where is it? Plus 7. Okay, I think 24 and a 23.
They do land. Yes.
Nice. All right, so we've got.
That's not nice.
Nice, actually. I'm pretty sure it's nice. Yeah. So from the first one, you take 11 damage. The second one, you take 13 damage.
Very well.
And as he does that, Thomas, Battlecat, and Axel, can you give me? Where is it? A DC 14 Constitution save, please.
All right, Battlecat fails.
Yep, cool. Mm-hmm.
And I also fail.
Nice, but Thomas is fine. Okay.
Bad rolls. It's okay. I have +1 on this.
So we got 1, 8, 14. All right. So, Axel, you take 19 necrotic damage. So you almost feel like your blood is being pulled towards this creature. As you sort of like cough a bit of blood like seeps out of your nose and out of your mouth and gets drawn into this guy's body. Same thing happens to Battle Cat. He takes 20 necrotic damage though.
I believe. Oh, he's barely up. Okay, he's good.
Okay, so that means I'm going to. All right, Elan's turn.
Okay, so first of all, I have learned the spell Chromatic Orb, and we never really discussed what reagents I had, but I do believe that as long as a diamond is not consumed every time, I should have the diamond necessary to cast the spell, because my master would have wanted me to be able to use all the most powerful spells in his service.
Link it for me.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't consume it, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like a focal point that you need. Oh, I've got to.
Oh,
the actual spell.
Okay, I'll read. It says.
It's okay. I can have a look into it. Give me a second.
All right, no. I remember when I copied over this spell, I was unable to type or to get everything. Oh wait, components 50 GP diamond. That's all it says though. I didn't write whether the diamond is consumed after its use or not.
Yeah, I doubt. Like it's not that special a spell for bloody thing. Oh, it does say 50 GP diamond. No. Okay, so as a general rule, anything under like let's say 50 to 75 gold worth of like reagents, I don't care about. If you're getting into like the revivifies, the restorations, etc., then yeah, sure, I'll make you use reagents, or at least put money towards it, and we'll say that you always have that sort of money available, except for diamonds, which is obviously more expensive. So yeah, something like that I wouldn't care about.
It doesn't consume it. It doesn't say consume it. I'm
like would say that that would be part of your focus. Your focus, your focus would use that.
My next question is, I want to examine my knowledge to see if I know what kind of element this guy is weak against. Because he's an elemental, so he's probably weak against some element.
It's possible. You would.
Ew.
You've already used it. You haven't used an action yet, have you? Or did you want to use that chromatic orb?
I'm going to.
I see. You're trying to figure out what damage you're taking. Give me an nature or arcana as a bonus action.
Damn! I didn't do so well.
All right, you get the you think about it, and you think he's a water one, so cold damage might work. Something that might freeze him.
Okay.
With your roll, of course.
Yep. So obviously, I'm not sure. I'm thinking, I might be wrong. Okay. Let me see about this. I'm trying to figure out if I can cast the spell without friendly fire. All right, I'll try Cone of Cold.
All right.
I can cast it without friendly fire. So Cone of Cold.
Go. Holy shit!
And I can also add 5 to it.
Is Cone of Cold really 8d8?
Yes, it is.
Wow. I thought that was like a first level spell sort of thing. Never mind. All right.
What the fuck? No, it's fifth level.
I don't know why I thought that. Never mind. All right, so you add your 5 damage to it as well. So 43. I've got to roll. And it's against Constitution.
I may not start the fight, but at least with this character, I can finish it.
Is that 43 half damage on a save, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Oh, damn. So
Yeah.
I assume. saved.
Yes, I did. So it'll be 24. Still doing well. All right, Celius, your turn.
Yay! So you guys are doing good work. Let's see if I can do some more. Okay.
That's all good, yeah.
Uh, 14, 24, 36.
Done. And you're done?
I'm gonna move around here. Yep.
All right, Axel.
Let's see. I will go ahead and since I have a flank, I still have the flank with Thundercat there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so then I'm not gonna use my bonus action to do that. I will just go ahead and give him 4 attacks, burning a key. And we'll do punch, uppercut, spin kick.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, not good.
Not bad.
Oh, yeah, advantage. Yeah, 22, 22, 27. Nice.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
They're all hits.
Yeah. And then I will. How's it looking?
Fucking fine.
Shit.
Oh, boy.
All right. Yeah, that's I'll save that. Hopefully I get a crit next round.
All right. So as you pummel kick, you every kick sort of like almost passes through him, and sloshes some blood off this direction and this direction and this direction. You've taken quite a bit of a bit off, and a small pool of it sort of bubbles up next to you. Just sort of congeals on the ground as like a small mound. As you do this, the giant guy glares at you angry and just goes in for one swift slam, like overhead hit, like he's like banging a hammer straight right on your head.
Yeah, legendary action.
Does a 20 hit you?
It does not. Nimble like a cat.
So he goes to like bring it down, just slam. Like you move just a few feet to the side and just watch it go bang right next to you, and it splatters all over your legs, just covering your blood from the shins down.
Scary.
Eland.
Oh, I've been considering what I want to do, and I have no fucking clue.
You were mucking around for. Is it a minute, Thomas?
It lasts for 10 minutes, and the last fight was like 2 or 3 rounds, and then I healed that guy.
The healing guy, that wouldn't have been 10 minutes. Like, it would have probably been a couple of minutes, so it's not down yet.
Okay.
And you haven't taken any damage? Yeah, it's still up.
Would I have to use an action, or could I use a bonus action to take it off? Or
You just turn it off. You just go, bonk.
Okay.
Like a free action to turn shit off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a free action. Stop concentrating.
Okay.
Like, just don't think about it anymore. Oh, maybe for Thomas, you might have to actually really think about not thinking about it. Hey, everyone, don't think about elephants.
Fuck you, dude. Now I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, it's the best joke. Elan, do you need a second to think about this?
Yes, I do.
Well, in that case, quick potty break. Everyone has 2 minutes.
Or, she can hold her action and be... Unless you need to take a break. Whatever.
No, I'm gonna dump something huge on this guy.
So I was trying to sell this car, right? And this guy walked up over to me and called me a smegger, and I'm like, what are you, muff cabbage? Huh? What a jerk.
Yeah, bro, I get it.
Master of the voices. Not really. So you're gonna take a dump on this guy? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I forgot to adjust my HP. Take a big magical dump on him.
Magical Shiza.
turn now? Or no, that was actually the end of my turn.
Fucking now I get that 20?
Yes, you do. 33 stealth, you blend into the shadows like there is nothing.
Literally no one knows I'm there, but I'd rather have it on attack anyway. I need...
19s. That's what I need.
So Thomas, now is now your turn. Oh no, because that was banishment, wasn't it? So now it's my turn. Sweet.
Yep. So if he starts his turn there, does he get burned again?
He may. Depends what he does. All right. Nope, he gets burned again. So 3 damage again. But as he does that, he rears up and takes 2 stabs at you. Oh, one's good, one's terrible. Okay, ignore that one. 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet. And with that, we get 2d8. Alrighty. You take 16 bludgeoning damage from that one. And that is all he does. Actually, no. He will, you see, like, as he's, like, taking damage from this fire, he sort of, like, you know, pulls out into, like, a giant, like, you know, like, bowl of goop, and then skitters over here, and then reforms up again. As he does, though, he leaves a tiny little little orby guy of blood just sitting there. And with that, it is Elan's turn. Elan's turn. I'll get used to it eventually.
I know. I'm sorry for making a name that was so close to Elan's. All right, I'm going to do Frostbolt. Taking Elan's advice, I will do Frostbolt.
That's Firebolt, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. I meant Ray of Frost. Or did I mean Frostbite?
Will you pick one already?
Disadvance. Okay, I meant Ray of Frost. Sorry, I meant this one.
All right, that's definitely a hit.
You can tell I'm new at this character. I'm sorry.
All right. So you 2 fingers, you point straight at the creature in front of you, and a giant beam of like bluish white light hits it and impacts it right in the chest. As it does, the blood sort of like you see it congeal and solidify and start floating around in his body as like an ice block sort of thing there. Seems like it may cause more damage.
Interesting. All right. I guess I'll risk not Misty stepping because he came right to me anyway. So I'll just stay where I am.
All right. Righty. And with that, it's Julius' turn.
Okie dokie. Feel the sando, baby. Alright. Oh,
That's weird.
Advantage. Come on, crit. Nope. Not today.
Both of those do hit, though.
Yeah, but that's only 1 attack, so.
Oh, okay. 24, yeah. Jesus.
That's not bad on damage. And I'm going to move back around here. And, wait, he is in range of my allies, so sneak attack. Nice, 27 damage.
Done.
And I'm going to hide. That's okay.
Kill. All right. Axel, are you back?
Yep.
Done. Your turn.
Nice. This thing is proving itself pretty brutal.
He's very sturdy, yes.
Alright.
I recommend trying to kite him around some.
Yeah. I mean, I could do range attacks, but for now, I'm going to try to pour it on. I'll do that once I run out of certain things. I'm going to move on up. And I think this is flanking.
Yes, definitely.
Alright, and burning a key. Let's see. Nice. Alright, I will do well, definitely on that crit, I'm doing a second level smite. So that's another 21 damage on top. You want me to do all of it? So
Yes, please.
no worries. So oh, I got distracted. Oh, you already. Thank you, Silas.
What was that?
Oh, I thought you were doing my math again. So.
Oh, I can, yeah. Roll 6 plus
20, 27. And it's a crit on that, so it's both of them.
Yep. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, and that'll be my turn for now.
Oh, we got Ian's new token in.
Yep.
I try, all right? I try. It only took me, 2 months.
I don't even recognize you now.
That level 2
So
smite is brutal.
Yeah, that's some hectic damage. I must
Yeah.
admit, you're pulling off the good smashes.
I mean, that's the smite alone was 31 damage.
I know.
All right. As you do that final smite straight into him, and you flex your hands, and the radiant damage sort of bubbles inside it. You see its form starting to come apart at the seams.
Oh, finally, a crack.
Okay, finally, he's bloodied.
Right.
All right. With that, he taking a whole bunch of damage, his form starting to fall apart. He just tries to backhand you right across the torso, Axel. A 23.
Oh, that's right on the button.
Sweet. Nice. 12 and a 4, 16. So his hand, it's as he spins around, he was facing the other two. He spins around and just with all of his momentum smacks you right in the side. You double over as it does. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage for that one.
Good times.
Good time. And with that, it is Elan's turn. Is Elan awake?
Yeah, I am.
Sweet.
Yeah, I woke up 3 hours ago. I'm not going to bed anytime soon. Man, fuck this guy.
Why? Can't you use any of your special abilities or anything? I mean, Jesus Christ, you're a sorcerer. You've got a whole bunch of spells.
I know, but how do I want to ruin this guy's life? Why is the music so fucking loud?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll turn that down if you guys want.
No, I'll do it on my end. It's all good.
I didn't think it was that loud.
God, fuck this guy. I'm gonna lightning bolt him.
Do it. In what direction?
Straight through.
Done.
This direction.
Now hold on. I'm gonna add some damage to that.
If I make it first, I don't have very good decks. Oh wait, no, I do have good decks. Sorry, never mind. But I have shit rolls, so it's okay. I got a grand total of 4.
Well.
Alright, so that'll be a grand total of 40 damage, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Done. So you charge up, you push forward, and the lightning bolt pierces straight through it, like sizzling, like boiling a hole straight through it. Mist starts pouring out of the back, and spurts of blood like spraying out behind it as well. Once you finally finish up the spell, the whole sort of like collapses in on itself and starts pooling and churning there. He's okay, but not too okay. But behind him, a bunch of little globules have sort of formed there as well. And Thomas, your turn. Yeah, Elon, go.
Kind of wanted to fucking ruin this guy's life already. So I'm gonna quicken spell actually.
Go for it.
I'm casting Mind Spike on him.
Okay. Okay. DC 18. Oh, wisdom. Shit. Yeah, I got a 6. So, yeah. 20 psychic damage.
Something else happens on Mind Spike, doesn't it?
Does something else happen?
Yeah, something, but it's not relevant, I think. I think I just can always know where he is.
Okay.
Alright. So, a massive volley from Eland. And this guy is a bit shaky on his feet. Thomas, your turn.
All right. I move out of the fire. And I got my boots of speed, which doubles my speed, so I'll come up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll attempt to smack him in the face again with my hammer.
Alright, go for it.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
And then I also get to do my radiant damage.
Alright. 14, 15, 19.
So with my bonus action, I can move my my weapon up to 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get it to it's like right here, right? Hold on a second. Just make sure. Yep, I can get there. Bam. And, yep, that's my turn.
All right. So I'll let you try something. What? You can try something on your turn.
No, she's don't worry about it. She's trying something for the adding
I'm
5
trying to add the +5 damage to everything because it's like a pain to like remind every time. And it
Okay. So all you have to do is go into each of these spells, and there's like a little box that says +0. Just add 5 into that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All right. So with that, these little orby guys start like floating up towards random people. Alrighty.
This guy wants to tussle, does he?
4 + 4, 8. 8 doesn't hit you, Axel, does it?
No, it does not hit him.
No.
Yeah. Are you sure? All right. So, Alana, what's your AC?
My AC will be 23 the first time you hit me with something.
All right.
Because of shield.
Exactly.
Funnily enough, I actually got a 24.
Oh my god! Fuck that.
So does what happens with the shield? Does it like turn off, or does I just go through it?
No, I'll use my reaction to add +5 to my AC if I see something is going to try to hit me.
Ah, okay, cool. So I rolled an 18 plus a 6.
Is all right then. I'll say I used the shield and it was useless.
Okay, so this little orb thing at your feet lunges at you. It doesn't hurt you. It just seems to like wrap itself around your legs.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
So it's sort of it's like just coating your legs in like a good layer of blood. Now, big guy though. Everyone who is surrounding giant big guy, can I get you to roll a DC 14 Constitution save, please?
You got it, boss. Come on, come on. Oh, fail.
Nice.
No, not nice.
All right,
Right,
so
right.
Eland and Alana, you both have to roll Constitution. Ilana, nice. And Eland, nice. You're both good.
Horrible, but my luck on the Constitution saves is spot on.
Hey, it's a good thing. Otherwise, this thing would be healing quite a bit. So, both Thomas and Axel, you take 17 necrotic damage.
Oh boy, he just healed for a bunch.
Yep.
Ugh, crap.
But not enough to make him not bloody. That huge salvo from bloody Eland is, a good effort. Yeah, why don't you learn a few things from this one, Alana? And with that huge salvo he took, he's going to take 2 shots at Mistress Eland. Oh, nice. One of them does not hit, but one of them hits nice and hard.
What's the number on it?
Give me a second. Natural 20. So 20 plus what is it? I can't remember. 27. But it's a hit anyway, so it hit. Unless you've got something to negate it.
I don't.
All right, so you take one of them misses you wildly. The other one you take 22 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
I know, I'm doing well with these rolls. It's good.
Oh no, my massive HP pool has been slightly reduced.
Yeah, I know. Shush you. Alana, your turn.
Does he have a weapon? Because I have something that can give a disadvantage on weapon attacks.
He's using his fists. Like they're giant fists that have like sort of like Barbie, sharpie bits on them, but pretty much just like a giant mallet.
So does that count as a weapon?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't say an animal has weapons for teeth or teeth for weapons.
I might.
All right then. In that case, I guess I'll cast Ray of Frost again.
That's it. All right. So as he's wildly swinging at Eland, as he brings one arm down, you just freeze that arm straight to the ground itself. As he pulls up, the chunk of like frozen congealed blood just sticks to the ground, and he's like has to reform it back up again. It's a great effort.
Did that add 5 damage that I'm always adding to all of my spells now?
Let me have a look.
Or is that...
That's still 2d8. It's not adding the extra.
All right.
That one was.
That was 2d8 plus 5, but the roll wasn't as good. So, I mean, obviously, let's keep my first roll. I mean, because I already...
Of course you're going to keep your first roll. The first roll is the one you hit with.
So, so I have 11 plus 5.
Yeah, 15.
How to do it?
Maybe more than that. But we'll see. You don't know exactly how much. And with that, it is Celix's turn.
Yes, it is. All right. So, I need to deal with this guy in front of me.
What are we going to do with that? This one.
All right. So I'm just gonna. Actually, does he know I'm here?
Yes, he does.
What?
You can use your bonus action to hide.
Yeah. I guess he rolled higher than 18. Okay. And
or he has some other way to detect you.
That's lame.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we're just gonna get rid of him then. So I don't get bonus. I wouldn't get advantage from stealth then.
No.
That is unfortunate, but I can deal with that. Does that hit little blobby guy?
Yes, it does, definitely. Like, these things are just a pile of blob.
Does that kill blobby guy?
Yes, it does. So pretty much you point the pistol straight at it, and as you fire, this thing just like turns into like a splatter. Like, it literally pops into a giant smear across the ground behind it. He's gone.
Okay, well that's good. And then I guess problem with this is I'm kind of set into one thing. Guess I'll hide again.
That's a good one. All right, Axel.
Let's see. I don't really want to back off this guy. It's just not my style. So here we go. And bring a key.
First misses, second hits, third hits.
All right.
Fourth hits.
And that's it. It's gonna hold off on my last bit of smites I got left. Yeah, I'll mark that actually.
Alrighty. He's very, very shaky in his form, but he's still up. Eland, your turn.
Finish him.
Is there a blood blob on Ilana?
Yes, there is. It's sort of like, let's say it's maybe just above the knees, sort of like wrapping, like sort of coating her legs. Hasn't really done anything damaging, anyway. Might be even like slightly warm and comforting, although very smelly.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fireballing him at 5th level.
Oh, why?
So you're going to like try and find a spot?
No. Everybody's in it, including me.
Okay. So, everyone roll.
What saved that?
Yep.
Right.
You can still hit him from right here.
Goes as well.
Well, he fails. He fails. Ooh! One of the blobs saves, but literally, like, you know, it doesn't matter. They've got low health. So, it looks like Axel saved, but everybody else failed.
So 22 damage to the save. Jeez.
Ow, that hurt. You should learn how to not hit your friends with your like, I know.
Alright, so those blobules.
I stay away from you, bozos.
So as the flames wash over you, Alana, the blood sort of just like fizzles off into the air and dissipates. A cloud behind you.
Wait a minute, don't I have resistance to fire damage because of my robes?
Yes. Oh no. You didn't actually get them enchanted, did you?
I figured they were made of red dragonite, but that's fine. It doesn't matter.
They are, but you have to empower them in some way. Like the robes themselves, yeah, sure, they won't take any damage, but to pass the thing on to you, you'd have to be absolutely completely encapsulated in them, or have them enchanted to imbue yourself. Yeah. Okay. With that, calculate your damage. This guy is on his last legs. His form's like dripping out everywhere. Thomas is down, and it is Thomas's turn. Death save, dude.
Oh god! Oh my god! I didn't expect that to put anybody down. I'm so
13.
sorry.
Okay, you're good, Thomas. With Blood Elemental. Alright, so there's a big damage, so he's going to go straight for Eland again. 25 and a... What the hell is that? 7 plus 7. 14. Does a 14 hit you?
The 14 doesn't hit, but the other one does.
Alright, cool. It is not a crit this time. Oh my god. Alana's channeling someone. 8, 12, 15. You take 15 bludgeoning damage as the one giant fist pounds next to you and one smacks right into your shoulder, like almost dropping you to a knee. And then with an extra attack, he's going to swing around and smack into Axel, but that's going to miss because it's only a 20. Alana, your turn.
He could have just killed me right now. You know that.
I realize.
It doesn't seem to focus on that sort of thing, Thomas. You in your unconscious state probably wouldn't notice that. You'd be too busy trying to like not die.
Do I know where Thomas is keeping his potions? Because I'm thinking about going to Thomas and force feeding him a potion to bring him back up.
History check. Or intelligence, either of the two. If you have history, then use it.
It's okay. Axel will lay on hands on him.
Yes, you would have seen where he pulled his potions from. They would have been out of the bag of holding.
Okay. Well, actually, since I have the armor on, I can't reach Thomas, so I will Misty Step over there, and I'll use a spell slot to Misty Step over there and force feed Thomas the potion.
Alright. Yeah, oh wow, as an action you can go into his thing, pull it out and feed it to him. Are you able to feed potions to unconscious people, though?
Yes.
We've done it in this game before. That's
No, I know, but now I'm just thinking about maybe I'm retconning something
Yes.
different. I don't know if like an unconscious person can drink. No, involuntary swallowing, I suppose. Alright. Roll the stuff, Miss Alana.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole action to make sure that they can't, that they actually manage to swallow it. But a lot of people allow that to happen.
I don't know. I don't.
2d4 plus 4. Or
Okay.
2d4 plus 2.
So
For a
I'm
normal potion.
because I'm the conscious one. All right.
That's how most people have to get their cleric back up if the cleric goes down.
Yes. So you are now at 7 health, Mr. Thomas. You can bring yourself back up now. That is your turn, Ilana.
What the hell, Elin?
What?
What the hell, Elin?
Trust me, I was doing us a favor.
Oh, gosh.
Celia, it's your turn.
Give me a crit! One time!
Aw.
Nope.
Alright.
I'm saving my last level 2 spell slot for that crit too, but I don't know if I'm going to get it.
I mean, it's
All right,
pretty
Celia.
fucking good.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'll just pop out and blast his head off. I'm not particularly...
So you just sort of do it like a... You do a side shoulder roll straight out from behind the rock and just point one straight at him. Bam. And it hits him right in the forehead, and like that whole spined, horned figure that he has just dissipates into mist. And the whole thing just sort of trembles slightly and then just pulls into the ground, spilling over your feet and into the cobblestones itself. You dead.
Game said,
Okay.
fuck you!
Well, we must rest in some way because we are all very damaged from that battle.
Amazingly, none of those were misfires, though. That's the real...
Yeah.
Well, too bad we don't have time for a long rest.
Ain't nobody got time for that!
All right. At this point,
Short rest.
Axel and Celius, roll me
Yeah.
perception checks.
That's not bad.
So as you look around this courtyard, it's you picture it sort of like the courtyard in Harry Potter, where it's got like the undercover hallway areas that go around, and there are doors that are in specific locations and little passageways that sort of lead off. As you're looking down one of the hallways, you do see a small head poke out of a doorway, and Celius.
Yeah.
You do notice that this short-statured person is sort of beckoning you, just trying to coax you out and get you to follow him.
I guess I'll mention it to my comrades in arms.
Who is trying to get us to follow him?
I have no idea. Someone is trying to get
Alana,
us
as Celius points it out, you recognize that the place where this little short-statured humanoid is beckoning from is it's like a workshop that is used to make weapons and armor and some magical items. Usually run by dwarves and gnomes.
Did they have like dwarves and gnome slaves working for them that I knew of?
They had a million slaves and different slaves, and anyone who wasn't a slave they killed to turn into an undead person. They've got slaves. You haven't been introduced to any of these people. Obviously, you're not taken to all the locations, of course. But
Say
you know of
this. That's the workshop where the dwarves and gnome slaves are making weapons.
Sounds like we should pillage it.
Can we take a short rest?
Maybe
if you want to take a short rest here, be my guest.
Why don't we do the short rest inside the workshop where the weapons are?
Okay, that's fine.
I like that plan.
See, at this point, like you've caused a lot of damage and yelling and screaming and fighting and battle and explosions and lightning bolts and things like that. There isn't anyone rushing out at the moment, but yeah.
But because
you could probably
say there,
yeah.
you're saying there might be DM.
You could safely say that with the amount of ruckus that you called, taking a short rest here is probably not the smartest idea. Short rest is an hour, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to set up a picnic blanket and have some tea while shit goes down around you.
Sounds pretty good to me. I don't know what you're on about.
Elan's gonna cast Prestidigitation on Thomas to get like all the soot off of him. There, all better.
I don't know if it is.
To Eland? I don't know that spell.
Sorry, say that again. You cut out.
Can you get the blood off me too, Eland? I don't know that spell.
Yeah, I'll clean everybody up with Prestidigitation. It's pretty surprising that you don't know that one.
Well, my master was focused on teaching me the damaging spells and not the jack of all trades, useful but non-damaging spells.
Your master sounds like a dick.
He was. Oh, I'm glad you killed him.
We should probably get out of here.
You see, like the
Wait,
deep in the.
We should go to the workshop first.
Yeah, take a short rest in there.
So as you see, like this little short figure sort of beckon away, workshop is, just so you know, this way. As you make your way down, the short statue figure like sort of ducks back into the hallway, and you hear like a few patters of feet. Are you using speed here, or are you using stealth here?
Well, I think we're pretty visible, right?
And you're in the middle of a courtyard, and you've just like blown up a whole bunch of shit and killed a huge monster.
I mean,
so
I guess we'll
probably.
quietly open the thing. We don't want to just kick it open.
Well, there's like a hallway that sort of heads down. If you have a look at the map, that little crudely drawn map. Give me a second. I will go here. I'll go here. You started off here, and you made your way that way. Like you could barely see him in the dark hallway, but you rolled high enough, so it's all good. As you make your way through, there's a large wooden door, steel bands across it. It's sort of ajar. You make your way in. And as you go into the room, it looks like definitely looks like a place of industry. There's a lot of heat from a central forge that washes over you in waves. Shirtless dwarves are stoking the flames and working red-hot blobs of metal. A few of them aren't working anymore. There's a few of the older ones just keep going, but a lot of them are just sort of hesitantly waiting for whoever was making the ruckus to come inside. On one side are work tables with all weapons and armor and other devices being sharpened or polished or constructed. Now, at the other end, there's a small area where it looks like it's designated for rituals or arcane magic abilities of some sort. It definitely it is a place of construction.
Cool. Me likey.
As you all enter, a heavily bearded dwarf, fiery red hair, just shuts the door behind you, and carefully, with a very quiet snap. What do you think you're doing?
Thomas says in Dwarvish, "We're here to save you."
Does it look like we need saving?
Yeah.
And as you look down, a lot of them do have like shackles around their feet, and they're like tied to a specific forge or anvil or whatever. If we wanted to get out of here, we would have already gotten out of here. We've got bloody weapons here. We can just smash these things, can't we?
So
Jesus
why haven't
Christ.
you then?
Because we're here for a reason. The bloody skull thing, we've got to take him down, don't we?
Right. Are you like with the guard or something? Or the knights?
No. We were captured on another continent. This cathedral thing can move.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
I mean, we're here to try and kill the Lich. So.
Wait, you mean like a flying castle?
It's not a flying castle. It sort of disappears and reappears. Teleporting castle. Yes.
Like a moving castle.
Oh, damn.
The Lich be so pissed.
Well, must be owned by a guy named Hal.
Anyway,
we're here to try and kill the Lich, so I like... Or the Demi-Lich, whatever he is.
Right? Yeah,
so are we. That's why we haven't left yet. We're trying to kill that guy. Or at least try and stop his plans, of course.
So it sounds like we're here for the same purpose, so I don't understand the whole what do you think you're doing?
Because you're making a fuck ton of noise, aren't you?
That's kind of the idea.
No, it's not kind of the idea. You shut up and you'd be stealthy.
Well,
You're dressed up in black with a creepy mask and stuff. You look like you should be a stealthy person already, but now you're shooting off sticks and go boom, aren't you?
Thomas has his hammer.
I'll fucking take you.
You wish.
I'm not exactly the stealthy type, as you can see. I like to run in, blasts and blazing.
Yeah, I see that. Now, you look damaged. You look like you're hurt. Yeah.
Oh, we had a rough fight with that blood thingy.
Ewan smiles innocently.
All right. Come on. And then he starts heading you towards the side of the room. But as he sees you all walking around, he sees Alan. And he turns and he points like a working like a hammer from the forge directly at him. This one's with the enemy.
We saved him.
No, wait. Do I understand what he's saying? Because
Yeah, of course, it's common. He's speaking common. He's not speaking like dwarven or anything.
All right. So I'll say no. I'm not. I never wanted to work for him.
I've seen you. I've seen you do it. You've been all raising up the dead and shit.
He hit me. He hurt me. They saved me.
Are you some sort of weak-willed passy?
Weak-willed? I was enslaved when I was a baby. How am I supposed to resist when I'm a baby?
Hey, you've got plenty of unlimited power. I see you raising the dead, and I see you shooting fireballs out of your fingertips, don't I?
Actually, that's me.
God. this
Fine.
guy's
Jesus Christ. Stupid blue shit everywhere. I don't care. You shoot something out of your fingertips.
What do you want?
I don't trust this one.
I don't really care. That's not what I asked you.
Thomas, are you pointing at Eland as you say this?
But no, I'm just dying. It's like, you raised the dead. He hit me. Just fucking killing me. I'm sorry.
I had a collar. I had a slave collar on. And I could not disobey because of the magic, the powerful magic on the collar. I never wanted to have that.
Persuasion with a +1 for whining.
Dang.
I get a +1 for whining? That's hilarious.
He maybe feels a little bit sorry for you. Alright.
Good roll.
He turns to you, Thomas. So you vouch for this one?
Yeah, so far, she's been helping us out a lot, actually.
Alright. Hurry up before they come. And he runs over to a wall, and you see him. He gets his fingers into one of the grout and the grooves, and he almost pulls a large tile, a large slab of stone out. It's not like a complete stone. It's got like a sort of an outer framework, like it's been constructed that way. There's a tunnel behind. Very, very short. This is a tunnel for gnomes and dwarves, but you can definitely get in there if you duck down. It's quick, get in there.
Why do I have a feeling we're about to crawl into a fucking gas chamber?
You see the dwarf grin maniacally and close it after you. No. It's okay. Are you going to go in or not?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. So as you duck down to the best of your ability, your head sort of banging against the stone of the roof there. Tunnel angles down sharply. Not a steep incline, you sort of slip and walk and scuttle most of the way. Until you get to looks like it's been carved out of the actual dirt itself. Like this little tunnel goes through the stones and then out into almost like a natural cave system sort of thing. Down there's a bunch of beds, a few other gnomes and dwarves, a few haggard humans as well. Look like it's sort of like a safe refuge sort of place.
Sweet.
Now the red-headed dwarf follows you down. So, what exactly are you trying to do?
We've already told you.
Yes. But what's your plan? You go all just walk in here and just try and face down the lich?
Basically.
I was gonna punch it with my fist, yes.
Yep, just kill it, normal everyday thing. That's how I would do.
I punch
Believe it or not,
everything with my fist.
we actually planned a lot for this.
As you say these things, he sort of he rolls his eyes, but then he thinks you're joking, and then you keep on talking, and he looks at you in incredulity. He's a bit dumbfounded. Okay. So, you just want to go fight the lich, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
Plan.
I'm hurt. Is there a place we can rest first?
Yes, of course.
There are literally beds around us.
Yeah. Let's just go to one of the beds over there.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still crawling through the tunnel. We got
No,
out.
no, you're in like a small cave-ish area. It's still fairly low in regards to head height. If you're a human, you'd have to like crouch down slightly, but there's beds, mats of reeds, the sort of thing, like just makeshift beds out of whatever was lying around. So you have a place to lay your head for a little while. Look, you just barged in and you destroyed their purification font thing. I probably suggest you lay low for a little bit.
Well, if we're hidden here, why don't we take a long rest so that we can get our spells back?
Nope.
Look, feel free if you like. I mean, I'm just here to offer you a little bit of a hand.
It's dangerous to stay here longer than an hour. No telling when they might come searching for us. I mean, this is his castle. I'm pretty sure he's aware of our presence here.
We found that no one's really come for us down here. We've had this place set up for a while now.
You terrible lich.
So we're hidden. So why not take a long rest?
That sounds like a terrible idea. We should totally keep going after a short rest.
How many people agree with a long rest as opposed to a short one?
I don't need a long one, but if our spellcasters need it, I'm not going to live very long. So
Yeah, if we're gonna face the lich, I need a long rest.
Look, I can understand what you're talking about, but it's gonna take a little bit more than just a bit of a rest and then just walk in and do it.
Right.
You won't even be able to get access to his rooms.
Right. So I mean, if we're just trying to progress a little further, then I could probably live with a short rest.
Why can't we get to his rooms?
Look, to get into his rooms, you have to have a sort of a curse on you.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
So I know that to get into the cathedral, which gets to the lich, you have to be one of his lieutenants, one of his 4 main guys, you might want to say.
Great.
I know when all those 4 people, some Origarigar or something, and some Darthon, and some Vorpen, and this other guy, I don't really pay much attention to them. But once they're all there, then the door opens.
Ori Kelkor is dead.
Oh.
Does that mean the door can't be opened?
No. Curse can move to people. Who killed him?
Who did
that
kill
guy
him?
over there?
So then it should be, him that needs to stand in front of the door.
So what you're telling me is we can get into the room.
If you've got all of the curses.
Why do we need
So
all
kill all the lieutenants. Door opens because we'll be there.
Yeah. I got.
Or you can bring the lieutenants to the door. I mean, you can drive them there. That's all cool.
The
Okay.
other one sounds easier. All right, so where do we find his lieutenants then?
So are we doing a long rest?
Seems like it.
We're not fighting the lich anyway, so might as well.
All right,
Look,
Ben.
I'd probably suggest that you hard out here for a goddamn. I keep switching between Scottish and bloody to Texan. It's all your fault, Thomas. Your fault. You practiced this stupid Texan accent, and now I can't speak anything else but.
That is not a Texas accent.
I know. I'm trying to get back out of it.
So you're saying we have to stay here?
I would suggest that you do. At least until the furor dies down.
All right.
Unless they stop being a little bit wee pissed.
Well, if we stay in this room, does it look like a large creature could stand in here?
No, definitely not.
Not a large size?
Medium creature could, sort of stand up with his head bowed down a little bit. Large one, no.
What about a large creature like on all fours or something?
Oh, they could. A large creature of all fours could be in the room on all fours.
He wants to put his really big bro in here.
Yeah, then he can. Definitely.
That's what he wants to do.
Yeah, do it.
Fucking do it. Do it, bro.
Do it. Do it, bro.
Summon
Come
that
on.
guardian.
I'm just picturing, like, I put him in the room, we all just get smushed against the walls, or...
I think you can actually share space with him as long as you're not hostile.
Yeah. Like he's like a ghost. It's only when you upgrade him to the next level that we were talking about, you probably couldn't share space with him.
Okay.
Upgrades.
He wants to change his spell so that his bro can influence other objects, not just hurt them with radiant damage. He wants to actually be able to pick things up and move things and shove things. And I said I'd allow that, but his health points and his damaging points would be a pool, so other people could attack his creature.
Pick things up and put them down.
Yep.
Yep.
So if we're taking a rest, I need to know exactly when we start, and then that's when I'll summon him, and then we'll, rest.
8 hours, yeah, gotcha. We have our sentinel. Well, I'll wake up 4 hours earlier and kind of hang out with him.
Cool.
All right. So as you're all resting and stuff, you do discuss with the dwarf, with the things around the house, and he pretty much clarifies everything that Alana said in the first place. If you have a look at the little map at the top there, there's multiple rooms. This is all on one single level. He does mention that from what he's seen and what the other slaves have seen, in the actual cathedral itself, there is a back room that takes you to the Lich's quarters, or the Lich's area. Chambers, yeah, you'd say that.
Sure.
In each of the four corners of the actual place itself, the monastery itself, there are four main chambers. Now, what you're in now is like an enchantry or a reliquary. It's a place where things are made and things. One of the small offshoots. He mentions that in the room directly to the north of you, there is almost like a giant pit into nothingness with a large wraith-like creature that's sort of trapped and chained there. He mentions that some of the slaves have been able to sneak in there, and she's been fairly pleasant as long as you don't be aggravating or antagonistic at all.
That doesn't sound like me.
The chambers to the top right are a necrophidium. It's a place where they make golems and constructs of sorts. The one directly below that is like a torture area, also known as the vivisectorium. Many a scream has been heard from there. But the one to the south, they're not too sure exactly what it is. The doors to that chamber have never been opened.
Sure.
So he gives you the rundown. He tells you that there's ways to get into each of these rooms in secret.
That's awesome.
Like not going through the main area. Like there are tunnels that are sort of weave all the way through it. Occasionally the tunnels are found, but this chamber that you're in at the moment, like the small hidden away one, isn't and hasn't been found for a while. Well, hasn't been found at all, I should say. And I've got no sound. Why is Novigrad not playing? Never mind. Yeah. Any questions you guys want? He's there to answer any of your queries.
What do you guys make here? And for whom?
Oh, upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just make armor and knives and stuff for the undead monstrosities.
All right. I'm a bit of a creator myself, so.
The shit up there ain't that good, really. We don't make it to up to snuff. I mean, yeah.
That makes sense.
We've got a small stockpile of okay armor, but it's nothing special. Any sort of enchantments that they do are always a little bit cursy.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be putting it on.
Interesting.
Do you have any idea what his plan is?
All we know is that he's been collecting stuff. We've seen the things that he's been collecting, or at least seen him come in.
What kind of things are they?
Just random objects, really. Nothing special. That was a strange cross thing that was pretty well made, had jewels and stuff. It'd probably be worth a bit, but other than that, not much. He's telling you the truth about the item. He's keeping something from you, though.
I feel like there's a little bit more, friend.
Persuasion.
Come on.
He sort of looks at you and he looks at the rest of the group. Look, you seem capable enough. And with that, he gets up and he heads over to like a small area where there's like chests and like barrels and boxes and stuff. And he opens with like the main chest in the middle and he like rummages through it for a bit. And he pulls out a small cloth bundle and closes it again, then brings it back over to the group. As he opens it carefully, inside is like what looks like almost like a very, very large necklace. But like the necklace itself is like your gold chain, normal chain with a normal clasp and everything like that. But there's quite a large emerald that's sort of just hanging from it, and with like a claws of like a dragon that's like wrapped around. As he places it in front of you, look, we managed to nab this and then create a duplicate. And we replaced it over there. He hasn't really seemed to notice. Otherwise, he would have lost his shit. As you do your detect magic, definitely no magic off this thing.
That's weird. I don't sense any magic coming off of it.
Yeah, I already said that we can tell it's no magic on this thing. I don't know why he wants it.
Does the symbol look familiar to me?
There's no symbols on this whatsoever. It's literally just like a dragon's claw that's like wrapped around a large emerald, and this emerald looks like too big to be sort of around a person. Like it seems like it's the chain is a lot longer, and this rock would look like a third boob sort of thing. Like it's huge.
Could it be the phylactery?
No. He'd be keeping this somewhere safer than just in the back of the rooms there. From what we know, his phylactery isn't even here.
Shit.
Wait, I thought demi-liches didn't have phylacteries.
Oh, they do. Demi-liches are liches. You probably know this from the whatever. Demi-liches are liches that haven't fed their phylactery. Their phylactery is still there, and if they feed them, they turn back into liches. But usually it's when they haven't been able to feed souls to their phylactery through no choice of their own sort of thing. Makes them kind of manic as well.
Oh, so he's temporarily not immortal?
No, he's still immortal. Like he'll appear next to his phylactery when he dies.
Okay.
You got any idea what this jewel does or what it's for?
No, we just stole it because it was funny.
Excellent.
That's pretty funny.
Anything to piss him off.
Y'all got any ideas?
Not.
I don't know. Do I know?
Hey, Axel.
Yes, sorry.
No, that's okay. Like, we haven't spoken to you. It's all good. Your Divine Sense thing, is that always running?
No, I have to activate it, but I will go ahead and turn it on.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to say something. I didn't want to do that. That's metagaming, and you whatever.
But it's a logical conclusion we'd come to.
Exactly. I'm assuming that he would eventually do it if 2 and 2 was put together. But
right,
2 and 3 was put
Axe
together.
is far more aware right now than.
As you cast your Divine Sense, you get the same sense of this as you did from the horn and other objects like the shield as well.
Okay.
So you seem to think it's full of some sort of divine energy.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll share that with the group, and who wants to check that out?
My detect magic wouldn't have gotten that.
No, it's not magical.
Mm.
So, the same with the horn and the shield that you saw in Darthond. It's not necessarily an effect. Like, there's no special magical abilities or anything like that. It just seems to be full of some sort of godly essence or divine power, like pure good, you might say.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Well, yeah. It seems like it's something we could trust.
I don't know how much I'm gonna trust the necklace, but sure.
What's the name of the dwarf again?
He never introduced himself. He was just talking and stuff.
What's your name? I'm Thomas Fletcher.
Sorry. Zigam Forgemore.
Well, Zigam, have you seen any of the other lieutenants? Do they frequent this area?
They're always walking around. But usually they're doing the bidding, going out and,
Do they have an office of sorts or maybe a bed chamber or something?
When are the lieutenant's office hours? We need to
ambush them.
Can we set up a conference, maybe a meeting? Just wonder if they have a special chambers that these individuals might frequent.
Look, each of the rooms that are around the monastery, they usually frequent those. So one of the lieutenants spends his time in the vivisectorum. One's in the necrophidium. One's up, in the downlicious chambers themselves. That's usually that orichalcor guy.
Necrophidium, that sounds dirty.
What the hell are you doing to these golems, then?
Oh god, that's hilarious. My character wouldn't laugh, but I, the player, am laughing.
Zigam sort of looks at you with a little bit of disgust, Thomas.
I didn't say that out loud. That's why I didn't say it in accent.
No, I'm not. Once again, everything that Thomas says is canon.
Well, I said it in Celestial, so he wouldn't even understand.
Cool. Actually, give me a second. No, he doesn't understand. It's okay. Hey, he might have skills. You don't know. How do you know what he knows? But no, he only knows Dwarvish and Gnomish.
Well, all right. Do you know anything that you might think is pertinent that we should know?
Oh my gosh, Thomas, Alana understood you because I know Celestial.
So Alana is grimacing slightly with a raised eyebrow. Thomas, do you want to say anything? Like JK?
Thomas wouldn't know that she understood, so he's just said it.
Really cemented into canon with that JK?
So at this point, Zigam just he sort of explains what they've been doing there. So wherever they can, they've been rescuing the slaves. wherever they can, they've been sort of interrupting either the rituals that they've been casting or the constructs they've been making. Yeah, like all they've been doing is sort of like small hindrances. Really, they haven't really had anything large they've been able to do.
Well, my thinking is if I could get one of those lieutenants, I might be able to remove the curse off of him just to fuck with him.
Well, but we need the curse, so.
Well, I mean, if we kill him, does that mean we get the curse?
That's how it usually works.
That's what it's
If one of the other lieutenants, stabs you in the back.
That's why it matters who killed Ori Calcor. Because Axel already has it, so someone different has to kill. Maybe.
So if this one here is taking out the Lord, whatever it is, then technically he should be able to go open the door. Or at least, be one of the keys to the door.
All right.
The only way you can really test that is to, go walk up to it and see what happens.
Can the same person have multiple curses? So, like, if Axel kills all of the other ones, will he be...
Zigam scritches his beard and just shrugs his shoulders.
I'm sorry if I missed the buzz, but what's the curse that I have? I mean, I know that you mentioned it, but I don't know the effects.
Zigam seems to have hinted at that because you killed Lord Orichalcor, you would have his curse. Now, it's not necessarily a bad curse. You're not too sure anyway. You're not exactly sure what it does, but you know that this curse acts as a key to the door into the actual chapel of Xantub.
Okay, yeah, no, I caught that. I just didn't know if you mentioned if there were any effects on it. Okay, so we don't know. Okay, we don't know.
No, definitely not. He's not that in the know. He knows a bit.
Okay.
Thomas is going to make a point to show everybody and tell everyone, I have this awesome thing called a healer's kit. It has 10 uses. You don't have to have skill with medicine, but you could use it to at least stabilize.
Where did you get it? I want one.
When we were out in town, I bought one. So, when we get out of here, maybe get yourself one.
Okay.
Just so y'all know.
Can you, make potions or something? Or do you need skill without?
It's just got, herbs and bandages and whatnot in it.
Can they heal you? Can they give you HP, is my question.
Only if you know this special feat.
Okay.
Called healer. But, anyone else can still use it to, revive someone else if something happens. So at least, well, not revive, but stabilize them at least.
So I could have used your healer's kit instead of your potion when I revived you before.
Well,
I didn't.
You could have stabilized me, but that potion was needed to get me back up on my feet.
Okay. So if we stabilize you, you're still unconscious, so you still can't do anything.
Right.
The potion made you conscious so that you couldn't be awake and run or heal yourself. Okay,
yeah,
I understand.
I got this just to show you guys that I have it, just in case something happens, and where I keep it.
Very good idea, seeing as you went down the last fight. Okay.
I would suggest
Actually,
that.
Thomas, is that the first time you've ever gone down?
No, I think early on I went down once. Really early on. I think I rushed into a room like an idiot. Yeah, when we were down in the sewers or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I rushed into a room with the mimic. Celius told me don't do it, and I was like, hold on, let me just check it. And then I got fucked up by a mimic.
That was in the Kobold Oubliette. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
I remember that was too long ago.
I don't even think I was part of the group yet.
No. That was when they were fighting the Red Dragon cultists and the very, very, very weakened Red Dragon.
Oh wait, that was the one that I wasn't there because I was kidnapped by the Red Dragon because I had to.
Yeah, you were on holidays or something.
Yeah. Oh, so no wonder why I don't remember it because I wasn't there because I was kidnapped because I was on holiday. Right.
Yes.
She got snatched up by a dragon.
What level were you guys?
5, I think.
5-ish,
Oh,
yeah.
4 or 5.
Oh, nice.
So they had two bronze dragons fighting a red dragon, and then they made
They were silver.
Yeah, I was saying they were silver.
Silver. Ah,
Yeah,
sorry, silver.
Yeah, they were definitely.
That's right, because they spent all their time in human form because they really like humans. And then, they said, well, hey, we want the extra loot from the dragons, and so we're going to go fight it too. And the other dragons were like, hey, it's probably not a good idea. No, we want the loot. And so I was like, all right, fine, no worries. And so they went in and had some very lucky rolls and some very low rolls from the dragon. I almost took Celius out with a breath of a fire breath because he didn't have fire resistance. And, but otherwise it was all pretty good.
But yeah, as far right now, maybe we should hit that rest up.
Sorry. Okay. And then he quickly listens up the tunnel for a bit. Look, it sounds like they're in the room, so I better go back up. Hey, rest as long as you want, and then follow back up, and make sure you knock 3 times on the wall. If we don't answer, then don't come up.
All right.
And with that, he scurries back up the thing. The other people in the room are sort of just like, resting or eating or, sleeping off their wounds and injuries. But you managed to get a long rest out of all of this.
I'll cast that before we hit the sack. And
then... Yeah, cool. Yeah, down here, the night goes swimmingly. You don't get interrupted by anything. You do notice that probably 30 minutes or so, your hair starts standing on end, and there's it feels like there's a pulse of energy that builds up and then releases. It's not unpleasant. It's just strange.
Interesting.
You feel like there's something that is happening above that. Some sort of magic is happening. But you are all fully rested, fully held up. What do you do at this point?
We should eat something and then talk shop a bit.
So I guess I forgot to say, I should have said it a second ago, but can I bring Thundercat back before we go to bed?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So
like you've got like spell slots and stuff to do that.
Yeah, I had 1 spell slot left to do it, so yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, go for it. Actually, you didn't really use that many spells last time, or do you use Smite? Does Smite use up spell slots?
Yeah, Smite used up spells, so he smited the shit out of everything to use all.
Yeah,
he did.
I
sort of got I'm not too sure whether you or Eland won in damage, but yeah, you both did well.
How come I can make a freaking evocation wizard and still not get the highest damage? I don't get it.
Wizards are not actually.
You do good damage when you hit a lot of people.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of utility.
Wizards are also not the highest damage. They have a lot of utility. But they're not meant to be. Sorcerers are meant to be like the pure glass cannon.
Well, obviously, I don't know very much about this game.
But the funny thing is, monks are definitely not meant to be the highest damage dealers. But if you mix Paladin in there, bam.
Yeah, the extra
smite damage.
Smites are solid.
Well, I mean, I guess we all recovered. We got up. We had some breakfast.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I think I'm going to switch out Magic Circle for Daylight. Because I can change my spells.
That's a good spell. It takes out darkness.
Yeah.
And it can actually hurt, like, Daylight.
So actually, I had a sorcerer all ready to go, like a backstory and everything, but I decided that I wanted to make a new character besides this sorcerer.
Well,
Right,
wizard is different, and a lot of people play sorcerers, and
So that's how I ended up with a wizard, so that we wouldn't have two sorcerers.
it's all right.
Variance is good.
All right.
So we got a game plan, y'all?
Yeah, what do you do?
The game plan is deafen ourselves and then just kill his ass. And I'm going to use the bombs if we get into trouble. That's the plan.
Yep.
Do we need more of a plan?
Well, do we want to make sure that someone specifically gets the kill for the curse?
Oh, you guys mean with the lieutenants? I don't know. I mean, we find him and we kill him. How much of a plan do we need?
Well,
I mean, it has to be anybody except for Alon.
So I can have multiple curses?
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
Why,
Yeah, we don't know until we try.
Oh, God.
why did anyone except for Elon?
Because you're the one who took the last curse.
No.
Axel took the last curse.
Who?
Axel.
We believe Axel has the one on him now.
So you...
Axel killed Lord Orichalcor, and so according to what Zigam said, he should technically have the curse. The only way to find this out would be to go to the door and have a look.
To go to the door?
Yeah, the door of the cathedral.
Right. But we don't necessarily need to go there yet, right? So
No.
because one of us has the curse if I don't have the curse. Hopefully.
You have it. But anyway, let's go.
You've been told.
One other second here. Just overlooking my spells.
I mean, we just have to, because the only thing is, like, if we get to the very end and like the fourth guy and only one person can get the
Yeah.
the thing, that's going to make it very difficult.
Yeah. Especially since we don't know like exactly how much HP they have, and
What if we knocked him out and then healed him and then killed him?
that makes more sense. Or again,
Or Zigam said you could literally drag the guy to the door.
right.
Shut up, DM.
Okay.
I mean,
he was just talking about this. You can do whatever you want.
I assume if the man is dead, that the curse has already moved and we can't drag him to the door at that point. He'd have to be unconscious, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
we can do that too.
All right, so do we want to go to one of these rooms?
So he mentioned that the ones to the north of where you are at the moment is the prison of the Oracle. The one directly across from that on the other side of the courtyard is called the Necrophidium, and the one below the Necrophidium is what's it called?
Perhaps
The vivisectionary.
yeah.
Oh, before we leave, we should probably ask them where they keep the prisoners that one guy was telling us about.
Well, he's not in the room at the moment. You'd have to go back up to the enchantry to.
so. Perhaps we can knock them out when they're sleeping. One or more of them.
It's possible. I still have some poison that might work on them. It leaves them unconscious for 8 hours, I believe.
That's a good.
Drop one.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that idea.
I believe I have 2 uses of it left.
You bought a vial with 3, so yes, I think you used one
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, so I might build an. I mean, they have to fail their saves, out of character, but I might be able to knock out 2 of them.
Okay, that would be useful.
All right.
So, I guess that's one idea. And unfortunately, I mean, the good thing is I don't really do non-lethal damage because it's hard to make a bullet non-lethal. But if I kill him, then I get the curse anyway, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you could always wing him. Go for the kneecaps sort of thing.
I guess you're not wrong, but it's, he only has so much knee before the knee goes away.
And then he can't run.
That's a fair point. All right, so I guess the plan is we go room by room, hunt down these bozos.
Yes.
Hope that they don't all storm in on us at the same time.
Yeah, like I said, though, I would still also like to ask that. I'd like to ask Zigam if he knows anything about people being held prisoner.
You'd have to go upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can do that.
All right.
All right, so you make your way up the passageway, all healed up and ready to go, discussing your plans. You get to the end, and there's that same like sort of concave shell, looking like a brick, but just a thin layer there.
Knock 3 times.
All right, you give 3 knocks. A little bit of a pause, and then you see some fingers sort of like encroach on the other side, and then yank it open, and see Zigam there. Oh, good evening.
Hello.
Jesus Christ, you're a cheat. I keep on saying Jesus Christ. There's no Jesus Christ here. Jesus Christ is now a dwarven god. You're a cheaty fella, aren't you? Have a nap and then I'll wake up all grouchy.
You're assuming this isn't just my normal state of existence.
Oh, resty, bitchy resting face, eh? All right, get out. So,
I believe my friend had a question for you.
People being used as are being held as prisoners here and used as sacrifices. Would you know where they're kept?
Aye. You're probably not going to be able to get in there, though. Anyone who's being tortured is going to the vivisection area. It's where they flay people, sacrifice them for unholy things. Then the spare parts are sent to the necrophidium to be made into all manner of ungodly creatures.
One last thing. A lot of the graves around here have been dug up. You got an idea what they're doing with those? I mean, I'm sure I know what they're doing with the bodies, but do you know where they keep them? The dead bodies.
Usually, if they bring it up from the grave, they usually keep them as one creature. It's a lot easier to form a zombie or a skeleton out of something that is actually a fully formed skeleton. They usually use them for grunt troops. You'd find them in the catacombs below, or marched on to any old city or something.
Oh boy, so there's some giant bone golem or whatever.
No. The bone golems are usually for things that have been freshly killed. You can't make a bone golem out of just things that have been rotting in the ground for years.
You seem pretty knowledgeable about this necromancy.
It's been around here for a while.
Actually,
I've been around here for a while, and my great uncle sort of dabbled in that sort of thing. He was promptly burned at the stake for it, though.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, he made some sort of great big dog thing with 3 heads and the tail of somebody's spine. It wasn't pleasant. Went on a rampage and destroyed a few huts.
Well, thank you for helping us out and giving us information.
Hey, if you can take this guy down, it would be a pretty big win. We'd be able to get all the people out. Maybe kill some of these monsters that are around.
You think this castle is, this cathedral is evil itself?
As you ask that question, he just looks at you. Yes, Yes, it's evil.
Well, damn it! I was thinking it'd be pretty cool if we could have a roving cathedral to Sarenrae. We'd always have a place to stay.
Well,
you could do that if you kept on sacrificing creatures to it and making it so, blood rain down. And does Sarenrae like sacrificing people?
Not at all.
Then I don't think this is the house for you.
Damn it. Next time in House Hunters.
Elan?
I said maybe you could do a wish spell or something.
You might be able to get Sarenrae to intervene herself.
Kind of like consecrate the ground like day at a time.
Yeah, basically.
That would be fucking dope, though. Just a traveling temple of Sarenrae.
Indeed.
Just pop
this
up
one,
some village.
you
You
are
motherfuckers need Sarenrae.
Well, bam!
And then a giant like church lands on their house. Sarenrae.
All right, well, we should get going then.
Go Sarenrae to Thomas.
Look. One more thing. If you're ever going to be going to the Necrophidium or the Vivisectionary, just be careful. There's creatures in both of those.
That's kind of the idea.
I know. But, just gird your loins and all that.
We will, friend. And may Sarenrae watch over you.
Look, if you have trouble, come in here. We can give you a safe haven, but just don't bring them down on us. And definitely don't tell anyone that, we're not really helping them.
All right. Go outside with white paint. Jesus was here. I wouldn't actually do that.
I'm waiting for the JK.
Not saying it.
All right. So at this point,
Do you guys, actually, right now, do you guys do enchanting work? Is that
we don't.
outside of? Okay, outside
No,
of.
some creepy priest guys come in and they do and enchant the armor to do whatever.
Interesting. Okay, thank you.
Once again, you don't want to try the armor that has been cursed and shit.
I
It's
know.
not good.
That's why I'm asking you guys and not,
Look, we've got skills. We can make armor. We can make weapons.
Sure.
Pretty good weapons too. I'm not going to brag, but yeah, I think you are pretty much better off with what you've got.
All right, excellent.
I can't be making broomsticks and shit. All right. With that, he sort of opens the door to the enchantry and just gives it a quick glance out. He puts a hand up to make you wait. And then he pulls his head back in. There's a patrol of them just as walk past. About 6 of them. They'll be out of the way in a second. And they walk away. You can hear the footsteps petering off. Okay, go. And then he ushers you back out. Be careful! And then closes the door. So you're currently in a hallway. At the end of the hallway, there is a large room that the doors are shut, and it was the one that there was sort of mentioned that there was no way to get in there. Ahead of you is the courtyard, and there are a few doors along the hallway, looking like they're going to smaller rooms and things like that. Where do you go?
I think at this point we just pick a room, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, which one? The necrophilium or the other one? Forget the names already.
Necrophidium, not necrophilium. That's just weird.
They sounded the same to me.
Oh, no, they're not.
The necrophidium or the vivisectionary? One was full of torture and one was full of giant bone thingies.
Well,
Wasn't there something about an oracle?
Or there is the Oracle. The one to the north is was known as the Prison of the Oracle.
Let's go to the one with bones. I know some resurrection of the dead spells, so maybe those will be useful.
Maybe. All right, let's go.
You make your way to the edge of the hallway. As you peer around the corner, you see that group of 6 cultists sort of like walking in like 2 by 2 towards the chamber of the Oracle. They open the door, they walk in, and they shut the door again. You don't seem to be anything else around here. How are you doing this?
You're assuming there's a plan here.
I know. Are you just going to walk straight across the courtyard, straight into the room?
Why not?
All right, done. Give me a second. That's some lucky shit. All right, so you strut across the courtyard. As you're doing so, nothing really happens. There's no people walking out. It doesn't seem like it's a super crowded place. You make your way to the main doorway to the necrophidium. In front of you, there's 2 large ornate doors, much like the other ones that you've seen around the place. Very, very dark wood, ornate gilding that's all the way down. It looks like gold or maybe a copper or bronze. You can't see in this kind of thing. It's currently nighttime, so the moonlight is sort of breaking through the trees. That's pretty much all you can see. But the doors are closed in front of you.
All right. Any idea how we get into these? I got nothing. Other than just hit it really hard.
All right.
Yes, necrophidium.
I want to investigate the door.
Okay. Looks like a door. It's got a handle. It's got a keyhole.
Is there any, like, abyssal on it, like the other door?
No, it's just a door.
Well, why don't we just open it or check for traps? Like,
I can do that.
Go for it.
I will check the door for traps.
You find no traps.
Okay, let's go.
Let's just open it.
Should we try and let Axel try to open it first, just in case maybe his curse thing might?
Oh, well, sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, as Axel approaches the door, nothing really happens. It just looks like a door. Just puts his hand on the handle, twists it. As he pushes on it, like it definitely sounds like it hasn't been oiled in a while. The whole thing's as you're like dragging it along, and the rust is like sort of like making an awful racket. As you
mend the hinges.
They're not broken. They're just dirty. So at this point, the door's open, and you can see some candlelight that's sort of situated around the place. It's fairly well lit in there. Now, as you do open this door, though, a blast of like cold air sort of washes over you. Almost Arctic temperature, like it is cold. As you look around the room, there's ice forming on the walls as you enter what strangely looks like a workshop of sorts, much like the one you were previously in. No forges or anything like that, but plenty of like tables around the place. Around you are bones and body parts hanging from the walls and racks off to the sides. Small platforms around the edges of the room have like mimicries of humanoid figures, sort of jigsawed together haphazardly from animals and people and all sorts of things. In the center of the room, there is a larger and more solid stone table, almost like a giant stone block. You see figures that are like little engravings and stuff have been carved.
You are on 20.
Is it? And as you're glancing over this, you see a strange, shuffling, bandage-wrapped figure. He's working furiously, like his arms are like deep in this big pile of bones, and he's wrapping large pieces of meat around joints and things like this. So this giant gargantuan monstrosity.
And this is the only person we see in here?
Yeah. You see, there's a bunch of figures and shit everywhere, but nothing's moving. Just him working furiously. All right, so as you sort of pull your arm up and you shoot a dart, it just goes right over his head. He doesn't pay attention. But as the door's making like a creaking noise as you're pushing more and more on it, he just looks up. Oh, guests! I'm assuming you are the help I have requested, yes?
Absolutely.
Yep.
You don't look like the cultist riffraff. No matter. Come over here and hold this down, please.
DM, I shot him again.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw.
Second.
That's
Yep, dart to the face.
Let me just have a look. All right. So what's the dart have in it?
That.
All right. So have you applied the application to both of those?
Yeah. So I'm out of stuff now.
All right.
Unless I can go retrieve that other dart that I missed and use it again.
You might be able to. We'll see. As the dart lodges into his chest, he just sort of looks down at it, plucks it from his chest. Oh, come on! I haven't got all day. And he sort of flicks it over his shoulder, and it clatters on the ground.
Yep. Let me give you a hand, and I'll walk right in.
All right, and with that, he motions to grab one of the arms of the giant monstrosity, and he points to the rest of you. Grab specific limbs. Look, just hold him down, please. Hold him down.
I don't say that out loud, but I'm thinking, we just shot him with a dart and he thinks we're on his side? What the fuck?
Okay, so hey, buddy. How about this?
All right, wisdom saving throw. Give me a second. Nice. All right, so you feel this spell sort of you feel it like you cast it, and you feel the energy pulse from you. You see him sort of slow down slightly, and then just sort of keep walking. And he walks behind what looks like a large lever that's on the ground there. A bunch of levers are there actually, but he grabs onto one, and he just looks at all of you. So, are you grabbing them or not?
I just look back. Well, help.
All right, let's grab the. What are we grabbing exactly?
Limbs of a giant bone monstrosity.
Okay.
The bone monstrosity was the guy who was talking to us. So I'm.
He's the guy who's. He's heavily bandaged. You can't see a single skerrick of skin on this guy.
Wait! Hold up a sec, DM. A long time ago, Celius had a vision from the horn of a heavily bandaged guy. Is this him?
Do a history check. It looks familiar, but you'd probably say no.
Interesting. Okay.
The vision that you got showed a group of people. What was it again? You saw the female that looked like Winter. You saw heavily bandaged gentleman, but he seemed to have more tightly wound bandages. This guy seems to be very, very wrapped. Where he looks like a giant pillow sort of walking, where the other one looked like he was just bandaged for a reason. You're not too sure.
Okay, interesting. Good to know, I guess.
He's not showing me any type of trying to kill me, so I'm just gonna go to where he told me to and grab whatever till everybody else gets in the room and closes the door.
Alright.
Yeah, that's Zine. Snowfair.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Zine. It's not
Yeah,
Zine.
I already. That's already been investigated.
Oh, I thought the bandage guy you saw was someone different than Zine.
Yeah, because I actually told Zine about it. And he was
You did.
That's weird. I don't know anyone else.
All right then.
So I'm now very suspicious of Zine.
Okay. So, are you all grabbing limbs, or is there anyone who is not?
Yeah, we're all grabbing one.
I'm not.
Alright, so Celius is not.
I'm hanging back because I'm really, really weak and I can't move heavy stuff. So I don't want to drop it.
Thomas will look at Alana and say, "You should probably close that door. We don't need all the cultists coming and prying in on our work." And
Are you actually saying that?
Yep.
All right, I'll close the door.
Okay, this guy doesn't care. He hasn't put 2 and 2 together. Alright, so Alana gets behind the door and she tries to push it. Give me a strength check. This thing is rusted to buggery, and you're pretty weak.
Strength check to close the door? Well, I'm screwed. You better have someone else close it.
Come on. So this thing is rusted, rusted horribly. As you get behind, you try and push it. You manage to budge it a little bit, but it's not really going anywhere. Celius walks up and just shuts it and just looks at Ilana while he does it.
Some more rowing to do.
So as you're all, you've got 3 of these arms that are taken up. So we've got Kulmi on one. We have Thomas on another. We have Axel on another. Who's grabbing the last one?
Well, as soon as the doors close, I'm dropping it. And that's what I was saying. I was just waiting for the door to be closed.
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna let go?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I'm trying to help, and then as soon as the doors close, I'm like, nope.
It is a clever ruse.
Yeah.
That's cool. Axel, we're about to finish. So at this point, as the door closes and you all drop the limbs, you see he sort of cocks his head to the side, and then just yanks on the lever that he's holding onto. Kronk pulls the lever, and you see around the actual room itself, in amongst all the giant hanging meats and bones, there's what looks like small metal rods that are sticking out of the walls themselves. And you see purple lightning energy sort of pulse across them and then go straight down onto the main tablet in the center, pulsing through this large creature that's on the tablet. You see him twitch and move and jerk his arms, and then slowly rise from the tablet.
Oh shit!
And just glare at the assorted humanoids in front of him. And that's where we'll end the session today.
Welcome back.
Right. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. That was a great session.
Ending on a cliffhanger, Bonza.
I like doing that because I know it's going to happen, and I've got it all planned out. And then what you guys figure out after that is what happens on the next one. It's great. I love doing it that way. But yes, that blood elemental one went exactly how I planned, and it was great. And you smashed the shit out of it. And I just wish I rolled more 5s and 6s so I could recharge that goddamn healing ability.
Bonza, I looked at the calendar, and August 18th is not a Thursday. Did you mean?
I'm going